Oh, I lied. There's 3 people waiting.
What? Send a messenger?
Wait, it's probably all 3 of us.
I don't think I'm in it.
What did you
I'm not in it either.
Oh, then it's 2 other people.
Share to a page or
Just hit right post, and then hit share. You don't add anything.
Or you can just type join us, going live now. Follow me to this page.
Right.
Make sure the audio is working. Sounds good.
Yeah, I mean, it'd just be fidgeting with the computer, but yeah. Cool, we're good. All right. Put your ears on.
Second here, yeah.
Who's manning the chat?
I'll do the chat.
Awesome.
Yeah.
cheap behind computer. Hey Pete,
Yo.
let me ask you a question.
Yep.
My name keeps defaulting. When I sign on to my Microsoft Surface, I don't know how my son's mother's name got on my computer. I think she was doing my taxes.
You set her as the admin account. We'll talk about it when we're done the podcast.
Yes.
All right. Welcome to the Philly Sports Connection podcast. I'm Pete. I'm here with our host Dan. We got Stefan and we got Eric in the building. We're going to talk about some Sixers basketball. We're going to talk about a little bit of hockey, touch on the expansion draft, and then we're going to get into our exciting features of E3 and maybe some of our disappointments, which there definitely were a few of those. Let's start off. We're going to talk about the Sixers' upcoming draft. We're going to talk about the most important thing, the biggest hot ticket of the week. The Sixers moving up to number 1 pick overall to grab Markelle Fultz. Stefan?
So that was huge. Nobody really saw it coming. Once they announced it, everything just like snowballed. They flew him in for a workout quickly. He's happy. He wanted to be closer to home. And just the perfect fit for both parties. So I think this is trusted the process long enough and it's starting to work out.
Yeah. Us process trusters have been waiting a long time for some good news, and you like that? We've been waiting for some good news, and I'm glad it panned out this way. We're doing it the right way. We're gonna start with all a bunch of young talent. We're not gonna go and we're gonna money grab these different superstars and make a super team. We're gonna build a super team from the ground up with young talent, guys who can, spend most of their career here, hopefully make some Philly lifers out of some of these guys, and hopefully they pan out for us. And what do you guys think about the actual trade? We were talking about the actual terms for the trade as far as the draft pick. Obviously, number 3 is gone, and we're gonna see maybe if it conveys to a Lakers pick or a Sacramento pick. Dan, I believe you were telling me there were some extra stipulations on that I was not aware of. You want to enlighten everyone?
Yeah, so I mean, the main thing from a Sixer side of it, obviously, is the stipulations as far as protection. Colangelo really kind of just took Danny Ainge and kind of spanked him, basically. He fleeced him, yeah. Basically, either 2018, 2019, either one of those seasons, if the pick lands at number 1, so if the Lakers pick lands at number 1, or if Sacramento's in 2019 lands at number 1, that's a Philly pick. It's our pick. We get to keep it. Protection's there. Sacramento wise, that's all we have. Lakers wise, the only way that Boston gets the 2018 pick is if it lands from 2 to 5. So from 6 on or first, it's our pick too. If both of those convey and we get to keep both of those pick, then in 2019 they get our pick. So that's Philadelphia's pick, wherever that lies. As far as like my perspective of the whole, what Colangelo has set up for this team and done, I I think it kind of goes without saying that they're now in the position to all systems go. Let's take what we have, build on it. You've got $62 million in cap space. There's no time for all these picks.
Tank mode is officially over.
It's over. I mean, my situation is, even if, like, let's say next year they get, I don't know, let's say 8 or 9, and then they get to keep their pick too. There's no way they're picking both of those picks. It's getting traded. There's only so many rookies or second-year players you can have on a roster. They got to start filling this roster out, and it's got to be with veterans.
What do you think about? I was looking at a couple blog posts. They were saying maybe bringing back Iggy and having Iggy lead the team a little bit. Some veteran presence. He's got some rings now. He's familiar to the fans.
Iggy wants $20 million.
We got the money, but do we want to
Is
pay
it
him?
worth it?
I wouldn't do that. What I would say, as far as I wouldn't put Covington on the same level as far as like the same kind of player. I think he's building a very good reputation as a solid defensive player who can come off screens, shoot the ball. He's very streaky, but I actually mentioned it to Eric over the phone today. My opinion, I feel like he's going to light it up this year. If he's playing with Fultz, if he's playing with Simmons, you've got two guys that can distribute the ball, and that's not even counting when Dario's on the court. Yep. I mean, they're saying that he's going to start. I don't know. That's another thing we can get into. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but yeah, I feel like Covington's he's gonna really come into himself and kind of feel himself this year. So should be exciting to see.
Eric, what do you think, buddy? You got any feedback on this one?
I mean, you guys are spot on. I think that the Sixers have a lot of options going into this year and even going forward after the fact. I think that some of the draft picks that they have in the future, I think that that's a wait and see. They're going to wait and see what happens, especially this year. They're going to see how things play out, and there may be some finagling next year where so they maybe package some of the players that they have, the players that they don't feel so working out for them. Maybe they're going to package some of those players out, and they're going to take a shot with some of those draft picks next year. I think that, Colangelo, his big thing is he wants to win now. I think that this trade basically puts them in a situation where they have a nucleus. These four, Dario, Fultz, Simmons, and Embiid are the four. That's their core right there. So anything else, I think that it's just fool's gold. And they're gonna, play with the house money.
Nice. What do you guys think about? So now Kristaps Porzingis is on the block. Sixers inquired on him. I know I'm for it, but Stefan, I believe we were talking. You said you're not that into it, but maybe depending on what we give up for it. What do you think, buddy?
I mean, I have no idea what's going on in New York. I have no idea. You have no idea what's going through the mind of Phil Jackson right now. You drafted this kid. Everybody hated you for it. He turned out to be a rock star, and now all of a sudden you want to get rid of him and you're rebuilding. Like, he's a player you build a team around. You don't get rid of him. So, I mean, if Philly can get him for peanuts, yeah, I'll take him. There's not a team in the league that's going to go, no, we don't want him. He's what, 21, 22?
Yeah, 21.
Like, I mean, his upside is amazing. Like, he can stretch the floor. No, there's not a team in the league that turns the trade down, unless Phil is asking for
The world.
Yeah, give me your stadium and you can have him. Something stupid like that.
He will deplete all of our assets, and I say no. Keep Dario and.
I mean, they have since, just so you guys know, they have since retracted on that and put out a statement basically saying that
There was no truth to that.
Yeah, at this point, on Twitter, and if anything is ever posted by Woj, I take it with everything like him. He has the best sources in the NBA. So I don't think for a shadow of a doubt that he wasn't putting it out there as far as like saying him being available.
Yeah, just seeing what he could get.
I mean, it's the think about it like this, and it's sad because they have Melo. That's about it.
Yeah, they were trying to get somebody to take on either Melo's contract or somebody else's contract that's like just run their course.
Yeah, but I mean, if you think about it, that Porzingis is the only person on their team that has any value. Nobody wants Melo because he doesn't win. Let's just be honest, and his contract is ridiculous. As an outstanding scorer and somebody who can fill the basket up, I look at him like God.
The only hardware the kid's got is Olympic gold medals.
Right.
What team?
Eric, he used to play for the Warriors. Now I think he's on Indiana.
Say again?
Who's the kid that was on? I think he came up with the Warriors, and then he bounced around to a couple teams. I think now he was on Indiana last year.
You talking about Lance Stevenson?
Oh, you're talking about...
Nah, little guy.
You're not
He
talking
could
about
fill it
Russ.
up. He could fill it up, but that's about it.
Oh, you're talking about point guard. I mean, shooting guard.
I don't know. I mean, like
Ellis.
we
talking about
Yeah, I
Ellis,
know.
right?
We have
Machines
we have sources right in front of us. I guarantee if you type in Indiana Pacers after Paul George, he comes up. But that's I'm not gonna say he's that kind of player, but
You're talking about Monte Ellis?
Monte Ellis, yeah, that's all he does for me now.
That's what I said.
Like
Hey,
he'll fill it up,
anybody.
which is great if you need somebody who can shoot it. But like they were saying that LeBron would want him to come to Cleveland. That is probably the worst mistake that they could make.
How about the rumor LeBron to the Lakers?
Oh, God.
These rumors, that's what they are. They're just rumors. It's just so silly, some of them.
I feel like if they do that, now they're Clippers are gauging market for DeAndre Jordan.
That's a sinking ship. It's time to...
What if he went to Dallas?
Oh, after all that? Oh, my
Now-
God. They would hate
That would be beautiful.
Now,
Oh
you
my
know that
God.
you know that hurts. That hurts me a little bit. You know that hurts.
I'm
hurts.
just saying, like,
I wouldn't want him.
That would be-
After what he
Right.
did
Yeah,
Right.
he
the season before,
I
I
don't-
wouldn't want him.
I don't think Mark Cuban would want him either.
No,
obviously for the simple fact of the kind of shit that he did. But
Yeah,
this
he's
looks
not
like
even talking to him.
this looks like they reached out to the Suns, but
Involving nobody's giving up the number 4
yeah,
pick
no,
for DeAndre
no,
Jordan. No.
no.
It's
Great defensive player, can jump out of the ceiling, but that's
maybe 27 or 28. I'm not
Right.
giving up 4.
right.
Don't discount DeAndre. He's a defensive,
Number 4 pick.
Number 5.
No, you give the number 5 pick for DeAndre Jordan,
No, I'm just saying that Sacramento was on the clock at number 5. So they'll
and
do
they
anything.
give up the number 5 pick for DeAndre Jordan.
Now, do
They're,
you
they're
doubt
not
the-
Brooklyn. Come on,
Do you doubt the powers of Vlade?
they're
Come on
not.
now.
They're not Brooklyn.
The great Vlade will do just about anything.
Look,
He helped us out. We're in our position right now. Thank you.
Just tell Vlade what we want. We'll trade him a pick swap for it.
Tell me about it.
That's awesome.
but my question is, talking about the pick swap.
Sure.
Eric was probably like the hardest person on Colangelo. You don't trust him. You don't know what he's going to do.
True.
Does it gain a little bit back? Does it get a little bit back with that?
And I told Dan, I give him a 5-day moratorium, whereas I will not say anything at all about Colangelo. But after day 5, it's back on.
So he basically swapped picks. That's all he did.
I just want to see what happens on draft night. That's all. I'm just,
We know what's going to happen on draft
Yeah,
night.
we got Fultz.
There is no way that they don't take that pick.
There's no way.
Since we're talking about the draft,
What do they?
Oh, what's up?
What do they do? I'm curious.
Josh Jackson.
Yo, what are you afraid
No,
of?
there's
Like,
no way.
You trade up to one to get a player you could have got at 3. Like, what are you afraid of?
I'm just years of disappointment.
Traded to the Lakers.
And
Wait, so you're afraid that,
They don't pick Fultz.
or are you afraid of Fultz?
I'm afraid that he gets overly creative and he does something really dumb. I don't know what it is.
That's kind of
I just, I'm glad, I'm happy right now, and right now I'm at like the 95% sure that we're going to draft Fultz.
So what's the other 5% telling you, Eric?
I don't.
The other 5% is that you don't know. I mean, until that pick, until the draft starts and we are on the clock.
So you're saying until they announce that he's drafted, you're not believing it?
Nope. Not completely.
Listen, I think there might be some more moves, but I think it doesn't involve the number 1 pick because Fultz is going to be a Sixer.
Yes. Like, there's no way.
I'm pretty sure they already have jerseys made up.
Unless you know something that we don't.
Well, Boston did.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say that. They burnt his jerseys. They burnt Fultz. I mean, it wasn't the kid. It wasn't his fault.
Let me ask you guys this. They talk about our fan base here and how horrible we are, how rough we are. What's up with this?
Boston takes it to a whole nother level.
Exactly. It's like, come on, you burnt a jersey. He hasn't even been picked yet.
But it wasn't. Like if you see the video, it wasn't like a malicious burning like when they burnt LeBron's jerseys.
You could hear the kid. The kid was like, "Thanks for being a Celtic for 2 weeks," or some shit. It's like, well, why would you go out and you spend $120 on a custom jersey?
Yeah, because you definitely got it made. You definitely got that jersey made.
Like if you were a real Celtics fan and you had any NBA knowledge, and it was like, oh, you know what? Let me think about this. Okay, we've got Isaiah Thomas. We've got.
It was probably like 12.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you have all these guards, and for a second, you didn't sit there and think, well, there's a possibility they could trade it. There's a possibility they could take somebody like Josh Jackson. My question to you guys is, so being off these past few days from work, I've been like, I know I came in on Friday when this news dropped that there was like rumors of them getting that pick, and I talked to you, Stefan, and I know I talked to Eric a little bit, but I've been listening to sports radio like crazy lately, more than usual because I've been home, but like gathering what I'm hearing from people and like listening to this like idiotic remarks like about like, oh well, he played on a Washington team that won 9 games. I'm like, do you realize like the amount of talent that he was with? He had 2 players. There was 2 guys on that team, Marquise Chris and Eric. What's the other kid's name that's falling off my mind? He went in the draft in Washington last year.
From Washington, the guy that went to the Spurs, the point guard.
Yeah.
Deontay
Murray, yes. So they said Fultz anticipated both those players still being with Washington when he went there. So you're literally working with yourself. Like the squad they had was him and everybody else, and that was it. And I hear the same shit about Ben Simmons, and it's
it's unfair.
I know what you're talking about.
It's very unfair.
They're talking about, oh, we keep grabbing these guys who can't even get to an NCAA championship.
Yeah.
And it's like they want them to be saviors.
Yeah.
It was like Eskin and Stephen A. Smith were saying something
Well,
like that.
yeah, but
LSU had players that were injured, that were high recruits, and it was Ben Simmons basically feeding the ball to everybody else. And him in particular, he's a guy, he is a pass-first mentality.
Yes.
He as of right now, don't get me wrong, he could turn into somebody who is cutthroat and takes it to the hole. Yeah. That's not him right now. This kid that they're going to draft on Thursday, he'll cut your throat out.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I'm still waiting for the blockbuster trade for Frank Kaminsky. He led them to a championship.
Frank the Tank.
That's right.
We could take Frank the Tank
Yeah,
and Big Jalil. What about Big Jalil? I mean, hey,
he needs to go.
He was on the championship team. And
You can't throw him into any deal. Just put it like that.
Well, I heard he was actually applying for a janitor's job at the NBA headquarters.
Well, he'll get more floor time.
I heard he's actually dressed up as Franklin in a halftime show.
Oh, ouch.
I don't know if you saw on Twitter. Apparently, there's a lot of teams inquiring about Rashawn Holmes.
Really?
And what that tells me is, one, for the Sixers not to offer him up and not to be willing to like package him in anything.
They're scared about Embiid, in my opinion.
I'm not gonna say that. I mean, yeah. Like I could see that there's obviously that's always in the back of your mind, but my thought more or less is they trust Rashawn Holmes more than they trust Okafor.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I look at it like, so they're going to have a number 3 overall pick
Yep.
just sitting, waiting for somebody. Rashawn Holmes played a decent amount of time last year in the D-League.
Yeah.
But you can't deny when the kid was on the court, he produced.
The tough thing about the whole Okafor thing is like that kid's got talent. There's no doubt.
Right.
He's not. He might need to spend a little bit of time in the D League.
He has a slow twitch. He is done.
He could be such a good post player, but he just needs a lot of development. And for what we want right now, like I don't think we should have the time to develop it. We have too much to develop at once. We need somebody who can just play that without having to. That's why Rashawn Holmes is more reliable at this point right now.
Yes, he is.
He's a two-way player. Two-way bad on offense, two-way bad on defense. And hear me out now.
Are you
Slow
talking about
twitch.
Rashawn
He's
Holmes
talking
or?
about
I'm talking about
Oh,
Okafor.
Okay.
And the reason I say
I don't think he's bad offensively.
no, not at all.
I
I
just
think
think
he gives up too easily. I don't think he's
Yeah.
got as much heart as
that's
Brady.
just his demeanor. And the reason I say that he's bad on both sides is because the NBA is such a fast-paced game now, and he's slow. So when he gets the ball in the post, he gets the ball out. He kicks the ball out so slowly, and his moves take about 2 hours to make. So that slows everything down. So
Yeah.
it just doesn't mesh.
I mean,
Well,
it's changed so much with like what the Warriors have done, as far as up tempo and just run and gun, as far as popping up the court, jacking up a 3 that you would expect nobody to make, and it's in the back of the net and you're going the other way. There's no time for, like you just said. There's absolutely no time for post games that you would see from, like, let's say like a Tim Duncan from like the early 2000s.
He has the ability.
Absolutely.
It just needs to be developed.
Absolutely.
There's so much to develop right now.
I think his post game it's already I think he, like,
Definitely.
if we were still in the time frame of the early 2000s,
Yep.
he would be probably one of the best big men in the game.
Right.
It's just not played like that anymore.
And I think that because of his lack of a defensive skill set, but his skill set on offense is why the Sixers hold on to him. Like, because I would rather keep him and bench him versus trade him and then have to go up against him.
How about they can't trade him?
You think nobody wants him? I think
No.
that's not.
You're crazy.
They want
If
him-
you
they want
think
him
no,
for- they
if
want him
you
for
think
nothing, they're not going to give up anything for him.
if
So,
you think nobody wants him, then you are
They don't wanna
you are
give him-
crazy.
Teams want him.
Yeah.
They're
They don't
they're
wanna
just
give
they're not
anything
going to
up.
pay a premium for somebody
No.
who they don't have value.
Exactly,
And
that's what I'm
you've heard GMs or personnel from the league who either aren't in the league or people that are in know of the league, like this guy right here, Brian Windhorst. There's no value there. Like, you can trade him, somebody will absolutely take him.
yeah,
But
Somebody
it's
who's already got veteran players
Yes.
that can develop him.
Yes.
Yeah, but they don't want to give up anything for
and
him.
that's what I'm saying. No one's going to give up anything. of
Yeah, but
significance.
you said nobody wants him.
No one wants to give up. I'll change that, and I'll say no one wants to give up anything of significance.
Like, trust me, there are several teams that will gladly, if you don't want to develop them, I'll take them off your
There's a-
hands.
Let's
There's
send him
only-
to the Spurs.
Well, what team? I think Memphis would
Take
be a good
Patty
place
Mills.
for him.
Actually, he's a free agent. So
Memphis, he could be a Zach Randolph clone because they're the only team that actually has an offense that
Runs through the
caters to-
post.
That runs through the post. Everyone else is just perimeter oriented.
Pop the link on
So.
Facebook.
I did.
Was that it, Eric?
Was that? Hey, look. You know what? I just wanted to hit that point that I think Jalil. I mean, I'm not hating on Jalil. I just think that he, like you said, his skill set is wrong for this generation right here. Put him back in the '80s with the Markelles and the Barkleys and the Parishes of the world, he would flourish. Right now, he doesn't have a look at Porzingis right there. Look at his skill set right there for a big. You have to have a perimeter game, and you have to be able to move your feet. He has brick feet. He has. I'm not going to say brick feet because he can actually.
You see his
move
numbers? That's ridiculous.
You talking about Porzingis?
Yeah, he had a better 3-point% than J.R. Smith. That's all J.R. does.
J.R. Mental.
He has 78 dunks, more than Blake Griffin.
That's crazy.
Well, if Blake could stay on the court.
Yeah, that's true too.
Like, I love when they put numbers up like that. And it's like, oh, dude, he dunks more than Blake Griffin.
Blake Griffin played
Yeah,
like
he
40%
played like
season.
he played like a quarter of the year, and like Porzingis played like 80 games. Oh yeah, that sounds about right. Like,
Well,
come
he can
on.
sell-
Listen, Porzingis would be a nice power forward for us, or a replacement center. I definitely see him playing the four, or the four, not the five.
No, yeah,
What about him playing center? What about Embiid? You put him at
nah, yeah, I would agree. You put Porzingis at the four because
four.
I feel like even though Embiid stretches the floor, that's not he developed that shot. That's not the main premise of his game. If you look at Porzingis' game, because I that year that they drafted Okafor, I wanted Porzingis. That crying Knicks fan,
We should have got that.
that crying little Knicks fan, that was me crying because I wanted Porzingis.
Like, obviously, hindsight's
Yeah.
20/20, but I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh, we should have got Porzingis.
Yeah, like I know the kid. He,
Yes.
he has a game.
And everybody gets scared with Euros, and it's like,
Yeah.
I get it, but if like you watch this kid's YouTube highlights, and I know there's only so much you can go off of that,
Draft Express.
he was insane. But going back, like Eric,
That's why everybody wants him.
yes, I feel like the way he stretches the floor with shooting the ball, it's on a whole nother level from Embiid. That Embiid, that's like secondary to his game. But I mean,
You put Porzingis at the 5 when you're running like small ball.
yes, yeah. I mean, the bonus of something like that is when Embiid needs a break or he needs a breather, and Porzingis can sit out there because he's maybe a little bit more fresh. You can throw him over there. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
right, but not for long term. You know,
Like I said, like it's a scheme thing. You put it, you're like he's not not your big. He's not your center. No. But like if you're running like a stretch, but like all we want to do is just like, I'm bringing everybody out to the line. Yeah. Easy. I'm running him at the 5 before I run Okafor or I run Embiid. Yeah.
Okafor is going to be running
You're
out of
running
town.
Porzingis at the 5?
Yeah, I put Porzingis at the 5. Like if I'm playing small ball, but I want a big
Yeah.
that can shoot,
Right.
I'm definitely putting Porzingis in there before I put Embiid in there.
I mean, even a lot of this stuff with Porzingis and stuff like that, I don't really see the need for it because I've got a lot of trust in Dario. As much as I kind of don't want to see him thrown right into a starter's role, which is looking like what their plan is. If he can produce like he did during his rookie year, which, I mean, I guess the more I think about it, he's not going to be called on for a huge role. I mean, he can shoot, he can play defensively. His speed is kind of something to be desired, but just overall, the kid's got heart, and he's a Philly player. And when you roll out a starting 5 of Dario, Embiid, Simmons, let's say Covington and Fultz, I mean that's kind of nasty.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not even taking into account if they sign, let's say they sign a shooting guard or something like that.
I think they're gonna
Then you got Covington coming off the bench.
I think they're going to actually get another stretch 4. They're going to get a power forward that can stretch the floor. I really do.
I would be fine with that too because I feel like Dario, even though he kind of shined when they let Ilyasova go, I feel like when he came off the bench, it was one of those things. He's dropping like 14 points and 6 boards and a couple assists. Like, that's crucial to have on a playoff caliber. Thank you. Team. It's something that this team, like, I saw reports or somebody saying, I think it was somebody in Milwaukee saying like, yeah, you talk about process, we're talking about proceeding or some shit like that. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, you guys got lucky on the Greek freak pick. You know what I mean? Because he went, what, like 15 or 16 or something like that?
But that was another one of those where you just have scouts not doing their
Exactly,
due diligence.
yes,
That's all
exactly.
that was luck.
Yes.
Because if everybody researched him like they were supposed to, he went a lot higher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that kid.
But if you look at the rest of their team
It's nothing,
and the
man.
potential, no, it's not there. Like, I hear, oh, Jabari Parker. I'm like, wait,
You talking about Nees McGee?
yeah. I'm like, are you serious? Like, I don't know. I mean,
You talk about Embiid. Can he stay healthy? I mean, Jabari, I feel bad for him, but he's played like a full season combined. If you look at the fact that he blew out 2 knees.
right.
Come on now, at some point you got to say to yourself that they're not the smartest of drafters. They, like you said, they got the Greek freak, but you look at Thon Maker. Thon Maker, come on, please. I mean, you have all these. They got a lot of bigs.
He's just height. That's it.
Exactly. So they didn't necessarily blow the
He's
doors
Manute
off.
Bowl 0.5.
Middleton. I mean, does Milwaukee really scare you? I mean, going forward, who cares about Milwaukee?
I mean, they've got some nice young players. Don't get me
Absolutely.
wrong, but
I think they're a threat.
Yeah. Threat to what? National
I mean, they,
No, I mean, look,
They've
you're
got
talking
some
about
picks.
a team that made the playoffs, and they didn't just go in there and lay down. They were competitive. They add a few pieces, they might go a lot further. I mean, not a lot, but they go a little bit further. You can't look at this team and just like, well, you know what, they're nothing. You can't do that.
so
I don't like Brogdon. I think that he's a little overrated, Malcolm Brogdon. And Middleton, he's a one-trick pony. He can shoot. He's a good shooter, but as far as anything else besides the Greek freak, and who else really scares you? I mean, who else scares you on that Milwaukee team?
it's a nice color combo. I mean, I would. I other than the Greek freak who scares me on the team and Chris Middleton, that's about it. I don't really see anything else that they have on there that kind of does anything for me. I did just see something on Twitter though. So David Aldridge reported that the Lakers tried to trade the number 2 pick to Sacramento
That rocks.
for 5 and 10. So maybe they're not
Taking Lonzo.
sold on Lonzo.
Was that before or after the recent trade?
This is an attempt to bolster package for PG3. So Paul George.
So they tried to trade 3 to Sacramento for.
5 and 10.
Yeah, I mean that's not saying they're not going to draft Ball. They just know if they traded 3 that Sacramento's not drafting Ball. That Ball falls
No,
down
I
to
mean
them.
so they wouldn't draft Ball because if they trade up to 2, Sacramento's taking Ball.
Sacramento's not going to take Ball.
No, so there was going back to when the Sixers were trying to, or there's talk, not trying, because everything that came out was that the Kings were trying to do it, but I mean, I don't see them valuing Josh Jackson more than Ball, because they want somebody who can actually kind of control the game, and I don't know. I mean, I would see them taking Ball over Josh Jackson. Because a point guard at this point in the stage is probably what you want to build your team around.
I mean, it's not even what you want to build your team around, but if you're trying to get Paul George, he's going to need, somebody who
Pieces.
Somebody you feel like can run the floor. At
Yeah,
least.
no, I feel that. I'm just saying if that deal was made, there's no doubt in my mind that the Kings are taking Lonzo Ball. I mean, I just feel like LA would be stupid if they thought that
He
Ball
was
was yeah.
He was going to fall.
Yeah.
Look, I honestly feel that, and I mean, we've talked about this several times, that if he's not taking that 2, he
will
falls,
fall, yeah.
He falls out of the top 10.
Yeah.
He's not. If the Lakers don't take him at 2, he's not top 10. Nobody takes him just because of name or
I
I think Sacramento would take
I would
him
say at the most that he
at
falls.
5.
I would say at the most that he falls to 10, because if he's there at 10, they won't pass on him twice.
Do you
No,
think
because
that,
the thing is just like he only worked out for L.A. and I highly doubt that L.A. released anything on, on his workout besides like it was good, because you haven't heard anything about his second workout. You only heard anything about his first. It wasn't good, and then it was the report that Josh Jackson that he was promised a top 3 pick, where at the time we thought it was L.A. because Boston held number 1 and the Sixers were at 3.
So apparently it was Boston.
So it was probably Boston, because Boston said that they made the trade because the player that they wanted will be there at 3.
Or a player that they will want.
I don't know. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, we could be saying this, and then come Thursday, the Lakers take Josh Jackson. So
That's true too.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nothing will surprise me at this point, because this entire time, I don't think we ever even sat and talked about
The Lakers.
Markelle Fultz. No, like in our podcast, right. We never sat down and actually.
Lonzo.
We never talked about Fultz because we didn't
never
think it was
talked
going to be
about.
there.
Yeah, we never talked about Fultz. So there's no way in hell he was at 3.
Right.
It's a done deal, right, Boston?
Right.
let me ask you guys a question.
Like there was no way in hell that he was at 3, and we talked about Lonzo a lot because unfortunately, as he pops up on the screen, not because of him, but Alonzo gets a lot of what he gets, like his name is everywhere, not because of his skill set, not because he took his team to like the Final Four or the championship or anything like that. But we talk about him because of his dad, and I like the fact that you have him coming out in commercials, sort of like separating himself from his father, as they both appear on the screen right now.
It's like, as they're both on television.
Can I say
But I
you
mean,
guys-
he's separating himself from his dad, like the Foot Locker commercial.
Always joking around.
Yeah, but if the way that his dad talked earlier in his career, you wouldn't have got, your dad yelling at the coach because it doesn't give you enough time. Like, you wouldn't have got that because you felt that his dad would have felt some type of way about him talking about him in that manner. But you could see himself separating himself from his dad.
I think that's crap. He's not separating himself. It's just
When's the last time you saw his dad on TV?
Well, because someone probably whispered into his ear, "Look, Lonzo, you're really screwing your son." I think that he's still there because he was at the Lakers last meeting.
I mean,
was there
he
front and
does.
center. He's still there.
Well, no,
Pretty much his dad is his agent. He's
Well,
going to
he's
be there in meetings.
No, but to be fair, I do think that this is either somebody that they have on the side in terms of marketing or something like that that's telling them, look, let's take a step back from the limelight. Maybe just let's not go on in as many talk shows. Let's not say anything controversial. Let's just let this draft play out, let him find his team, and then kind of go from there. Because I'll be honest with you, I'm not going to be surprised when LeVar comes out a week from now and he's on a couple talk shows, he's talking shit, and it is what it is. Like I said, I think I've said it in a couple podcasts. Like, I don't knock him for it. You're kind of playing out your son's brand and giving him more. I won't say more value, but it's more publicity. So if he plays good, then it's only going to help him out more. I do think that the player that we're going to get's more marketable. From a standpoint, just as far as his background, his kind of story, and just generally all together, I think he's going to be a better player.
He's a better player.
He's going to be a better player, but I wouldn't say he's more marketable.
I mean, I guess that's debatable, but
Because, you really can't say he'll be more marketable because if Ball is taking that 2, he's pretty much in the second largest market. He's not playing for the Knicks; he's playing for LA.
And he has his own sneaker that he doesn't even wear.
He's in the second largest market. So
Well, yeah,
he'll constantly be in. He'll be in like everything that happens, celebrity wise. Ball will be in.
But here's what overtakes that is if he. Because I get what you're saying, and that makes complete sense. If he's in LA, then he's going to be more marketable.
Don't say gameplay, because we still hear about Odom, and that's because he got with the Black Widows.
What do you mean?
I mean, you still hear about Lamar Odom. He hasn't played since when?
No. I'm saying if Markelle Fultz comes out and just comes out like gangbusters and leads this team. He leads his team on the court by putting up crazy numbers, let's say 2-3 years from now. He's going to be more marketable because if he's playing better, he's going to be still in a top 5 market, and he's going to be one of the best players in the league. Because I don't see that. I just don't see that from. I don't see superstar potential in Lonzo Ball.
I mean, but I don't take the. I can't judge. I don't judge college kids as far as superstar potential. Because I mean, look how
You don't judge college kids.
No, I don't judge. No, I'm not going to say superstar potential. Because if you go according to like draft notes, go back and read the draft notes on Steph Curry. Go back and read the draft notes on Steph Curry.
Well,
Go back and read the draft notes on KD. None of those draft notes said superstar. None of them.
KD not.
So-
None of them.
so-
Too small.
He was a number 2 pick.
Too small. Never put on weight. He'll never lead a team.
Those
None
was-
of that sounds familiar.
Well,
No,
that's what draft notes.
But no, they
That's
never
a
said
perfect. Hold on. Go ahead, Eric.
No, they never said KD wasn't going to be a superstar. He was a number 2 player taken.
They did. They said he wouldn't last.
Well, there was some people,
There was
some people,
reports of
but-
people saying that.
Thank you.
But KD was like the number. He was like the number 2 player coming out. I mean, his high school senior year, he was always. So there were a lot of people who knew basketball heads who knew that.
There was a lot of people that knew basketball that said the same thing about Steph Curry. And where are we now?
So, and this is a perfect segue. So here's the reason, and this is a story that I want to get you guys to understand. And I watched it's not a documentary, but it was like one of those ESPN shorts on Markelle Fultz's story. So, junior year in high school, he was it junior year? I think it was junior year. He was sent to JV ball. So he wasn't on the top squad. He was sent to junior.
I thought he didn't do varsity until junior year.
Either or, whatever year it was, it doesn't make a difference. So he was sent to JV. He was listed at 5'8", 5'9". Within the time frame of a year, he grew up to 6'4". With that being said, he took that varsity squad from being one of the worst in that area to a state championship.
Mm-hmm.
So the amount for him, I look at something like that and it's like, okay, he has drive, he has goal, he has everything that you want in somebody who is a leader and somebody who's, like I said earlier in the podcast, a killer.
He has that dog in him.
Exactly. And that's just going back to like the point of this was I feel like he will have a better chance as far as I guess being more marketable because I feel like he's going to succeed more. That's obviously to be determined, but I mean skill set wise I just feel like he's probably going to have a better chance to do that.
You feel he'll have a better NBA career.
He's a better
Than
And I mean,
Ball
if he has the if he has the players that he has surrounded by him now, he's absolutely going to have a better option to do so because he doesn't have to be the primary person on that team, and he's not even the primary
Cody.
distributor on that team. Ben Simmons is.
Well, irregardless, he has a better talent base than Lonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball is not athletic. I mean, he has a wonderful court vision. I mean, I give him that, but he's frail. He doesn't have a quick first step.
He's frail.
So he's frail.
He is skinny.
He's skinny, and he has a.
I mean, this is going back to the Durant thing, though. I mean, he can put on muscle,
Exactly. I
but
mean, come on.
but
You sound like some of the NBA scouts.
No, but it caught me off guard too, Steph. When I saw it on ESPN, I was like, dude, this kid's legs are like crazy. Like,
Durant,
how are you an athlete and like your legs are like that scrawny?
But Durant had natural talent. I mean, natural ability. I mean, this guy has a.
But see what you're saying is
Durant has a quick first step.
What you're saying is based off of what we see now. But if you,
No.
what I'm saying is, if you go back to those reports of Durant, none of them were positive.
Well, they were
He
a
didn't.
lot of positive.
He didn't have a ton of. They didn't have like everybody like, oh my God, this is the next Mike coming out like LeBron did. He didn't.
Well, guess what? No, yes, he did.
He
Yes,
didn't.
When he was at Texas, he was
Please
cold.
pull up.
he did.
Please
Yes,
pull up a thing where they
Alright,
said
I'm gonna
Durant
say-
was the next Mike.
Okay, I'm not saying he was the next
But
Mike,
but
they're
you just
saying
said he did.
he had rave reviews when he was at Texas. A lot of teams wanted. You mean to tell me that the other 29 teams wouldn't have jumped at the chance to get Kevin Durant? There were a lot of.
What I'm saying is, you're talking that everything out of Durant's camp was positive.
I'm not saying
And that's what I'm saying. It
not
wasn't
everything.
everything. Like there were negatives said on him as well.
Well,
See, even your computer saying don't even look that up because you're wrong. Look at the big X on your screen. Cut it out, Eric.
No, what
Even
I'm
your
saying
computer
is-
saying cut it out.
no, what I'm saying is that.
So what would
they're
it? Give me the
negative.
negatives. Give me the
Well,
negatives on Durant.
I'm saying the negatives.
What were the negatives on
Well,
Durant?
the negative that
You
he
can't
that
win
he couldn't
without
bench press,
Steph
that he
Curry.
was skinny. That was basically it.
That was
he
it.
too skinny.
That was the only negative on Durant, that he was skinny.
That
was
was
his weight.
basically it. Basically was his weight, and that he could not. That his strength, that he wouldn't be able to hold himself up.
That he
against some of
wouldn't
the
last.
forwards. That he wouldn't-
He
but
was
guess
not.
what?
He was not built like an NBA player.
But I don't. You know what?
He
And
wouldn't
the difference
last.
between you and I is that I don't cater to what the media says, and I pretty much
But
go
you
by
are.
my word.
But you're sitting here catering to what the media says about ball.
Well, no.
So you
I'm
can't
saying-
say on one hand when we're talking about Durant,
No.
oh, I don't cater to what the media says, but
No.
then go right along with the fake news
No.
about ball.
No. I'm
Fake
not
news,
talking-
everybody. Fake news.
I am round one.
Shit on the news.
Put it on
Put
the
it on
news.
the
Then.
news.
No, what I'm saying is based on what I see. Being a former.
How much ball? How much
player,
college? But how much of ball did you watch?
I watched a lot of ball.
You watched
I
a lot of
ball.
LSU games.
I didn't watch ball on LSU, but I watched them on UCLA.
You watched a lot of his games.
I watched enough of his games.
No,
to know that-
not enough. Because now you sitting here talking about like you studied this kid's game.
Well, based on what I see,
How many games did you watch him play?
Well, listen, I'm just.
How many games did you watch him play?
Hear me out. I'm not a fan of his game. I don't like.
So you didn't watch him?
I think he's awkward. I did watch him.
How many games did you watch him play?
I watched him against.
How many
De'Aaron
games did you
Fox
watch him play?
A couple times.
So you watched two games.
I watched him against Arizona.
So you watched him 2 games.
I watched him against Baylor.
So
I watched a couple
your
games.
basketball prowess, you can get how good a kid's going to be off watching him in 2 games.
You can't make me like him. I'm just.
I'm not
impressed.
trying to make you like him.
I'm not impressed.
I'm just saying that you're sitting here saying that you watched this kid in 2 games. You can tell he's going to be a bust.
Well, I just based on what I see.
2 games.
My instinct. That's
2
just mine.
games.
No one's right. No one's
2 games.
wrong. I'm just saying based
2
on
games.
what I see, I'm not impressed.
2 games. So
That's
you watched
good
this
enough for me.
kid in 2 games. So if you watched 2 of the worst games of his career and you're not impressed, he's a bust.
But guess what? 2 games.
I'm putting you on the news.
Guess what? If I had 2 games, that's my sample size.
So if you watch 2 of Fultz, if you watch 2 of Fultz bad games, would you be sitting in this seat saying he was like he didn't pan out? He's going to be a bust because you've only watched 2 of his bad games.
The bottom line is that I saw more than 2 games from Fultz, and I'd say he's a better player. So it doesn't matter.
You realize you're going right into what I'm saying. You watch 2 of Ball's games, 2 of Ball's bad games, and you're saying he's a bad player. You watch more Fultz. So let's say you watch.
say bad
Let's
player.
say
I'm not impressed.
But you watch 2 bad games.
Well-
You're not. Nobody's going to be impressed off 2 bad games.
Let me ask you this: If
See now you got me sitting here like
calm
I'm
down, Steph, calm down.
like I'm in this kid's corner like
Calm down.
His attorney,
Don't
Steph
calm
Curry.
down.
Yes, sir. Yo, I am
We're
his
putting you on
attorney.
the
Like, I
news.
have to be because you're saying like
He's an advocate.
I watched 15 of Markelle Fultz games and I watched 2 of Ball's games and Ball is just terrible. That's idiotic.
Well, it's not idiotic. It's just my opinion.
That's like saying-
this
His
much.
uninformed opinion.
Thank you, Pete.
You can call it uninformed if you want.
Listen, we all can have opinions on it. I'm not going to
Exactly.
give you an opinion on anything because I don't watch any college football.
And who am I to say that you're wrong?
That's like me saying, well, you
I
know
don't watch any
what?
college football either.
You know what? Joe Montana sucked because the one game I watched of him, he threw more
Joe Montana?
interceptions.
Hey, now don't talk
than-
about the legend.
He threw more interceptions than touchdowns that game.
No,
So I don't understand how everybody's calling this man one of the greatest quarterbacks. I didn't even see him throw a touchdown. It's idiotic.
idiotic.
It's not idiotic.
It
That's your
is.
opinion. I think you're very opinionated.
How is it opinion? You said that you watched two bad games.
I didn't say just
How
two.
many
I said I watched
bad
him a
games
couple
did he
games.
have? How many bad games in his college career did he have?
He had enough of. He had two. Two was enough for me. And guess what?
How
Based
many?
on what I
You got
said-
the computer in front of you. Look it up. How many
No, I
bad
don't
games
need
did he
to look
have?
it- I don't need to look it up to tell you that.
You know what?
that's
I'm gonna be my
opinion.
own moderator. Let's cut it. Let's move on to the. Let's move on to the next. I'm gonna be my own moderator.
What makes it okay for you to cut it because you got your point across? I'm just saying based on my opinion. My opinion.
Your
is as
opinion
valid as yours.
was two
So, well, guess
his,
what?
out of his
Okay,
entire
finish.
college career.
We'll agree to disagree.
Out of it's not agree to disagree.
Steph, let him say his 2 minutes of word.
I can't because it's gonna make my head hurt.
Well, that's
because
okay.
you're sitting
Your
here
head
telling
won't
me
get
like,
somebody.
okay,
Take
that's
a
like
bottle of
me sitting
Tylenol.
here saying, well, you know what? I watched two of Carson Wentz, like his entire rookie season. I watched two of his worst games, and I'm a form my opinion off of his two worst games. Like even thinking about that, like even in my mind, if I sit down and I go, well, you know what, I watched two bad games, I would have to admit, like, okay, well, you know what, maybe the two bad games I watched weren't the best judgment for me to judge this kid on.
I never
Maybe I
said-
need to go look back at. No, you said two games.
And can I get one word in?
Go ahead.
First of all, I never said he was going to be an ultimate failure. I said based on what I see, and that's my opinion, I don't think that he's going to be a standout player. Now, I do have my right to voice my own opinion, and I've seen both players play. I've seen both players play in that McDonald's All-American game. And based on what I saw, and that's a sample size. If you want me to judge them based on that All-American game, Fultz stood out because Fultz was the most valuable player.
Well, that and they're the best high school players in America. I mean, so you're no, I am. I'm just saying,
So I just say, so for you to say, I think that's a very pompous, road that you're taking by saying, okay, well, you're wrong. That's just idiotic. It's not idiotic. It's just my opinion. That's all. I'm not saying that my opinion is.
See, but my thing is this. It's always. I'm sorry. Let's move on. Let's move on.
Okay.
Let's move on. Let's
So,
move on.
Let's get out of basketball because I'm like we need to move on. There's some other big news that was un-basketball related. It was the announcement of the super fight of Conor McGregor against Floyd Mayweather officially August 26th. It looks like they're trying to make it happen at the T-Mobile Arena. I did not have any faith that this fight would happen at all. I still don't think it's going to be an entertaining fight. I think it's going to be Mayweather just
Take two. I'm sorry.
Look, I'm sorry, but I mean, Eric has seen one bad Conor McGregor fight in 49 awesome Floyd fights. So Conor McGregor has he has no chance, right, Eric?
Conor McGregor fight. I don't think that dude's really lost anything.
Just leave me alone.
I mean, it doesn't do anything for me.
No, it doesn't do anything for boxing, that's for sure. There's a better fight that's going to be around the same time. It's going to be Triple G versus Canelo, and that's an actual boxing match. It's not some spectacle, and that would be a much better fight. And taken away from fights like that with the Conor McGregor Floyd Mayweather thing, it's not going to do anything. It's a lose-lose for Floyd because if he doesn't mop the floor with him, he looks like maybe he's lost a step. And if he loses, obviously he lost to the MMA guy, the big mouth, the Irishman.
So, let me ask a question and make a statement at the same time.
Okay.
Why do you guys, and this is for all of you, think? No. Why do you think? Why do you think they went boxing over MMA?
Because if he takes Floyd down, Floyd doesn't have a shot. And
I think the second that Floyd steps in the ring with him, he's fucking done because he's out of his element.
in an octagon.
Yeah, boxing, like, even when you're in the octagon, you still have that implementation of boxing. You just have a lot of other shit involved. That's why I think it's not even going to be close. I think Floyd will probably just wipe him up.
That being said, put all your money on Floyd just in case.
Wait. So, when you say wipe him up, do you mean like knock him out?
I mean, that's not his game.
No.
So I don't.
I still don't think he knocks him out.
Yeah, I don't think he knocks him out. But I think it's a. I don't think it's like a split decision or anything crazy like that.
It's a very underwhelming fight.
Yeah.
At the end of this fight, what you're going to get is, I don't even think they go the traditional, and this is where this is what it looks like to me. They go 10 rounds instead of 12
Okay.
because it's not your traditional boxing match.
He's not a boxer.
This is a overpaid.
I'd be surprised if it was 10, honestly.
This is an overpaid exhibition match.
Yep.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
This is and like Pete, you said it's a lose-lose for Floyd.
Yeah.
It's not. This is a win-win for Floyd because Floyd knows there is no way in hell that I'm losing this fight because he's not going to hit me.
Money. And the money.
And Mayweather Productions is promoting the entire thing. So this is a win-win. So I come out of retirement for a huge purse. I'm getting more of the purse than he is because he needs this more than I do.
Right.
Everybody's going to tune
stay
into this
relevant.
fight. Yeah, everybody's going to tune into this fight because everybody wants to see, and it's sort of like a play on the hate for myself. Everybody wants to see me get punched in my mouth.
Yep.
So everybody feels that Conor McGregor is sort of going to be like the bulldog in the ring and like rush me. He might get a punch. He might knock me down.
Yep.
It's not going to happen because I spent like the second half of my career dodging better boxers than him. So if he lands anything on me, he's going to land it on my shoulders or my gloves.
Right.
I'm not coming out of this fight with cuts. I'm not coming out of this fight bloody.
You might not come out sweating.
Yeah, like not at all. So this is there's no like unless some unforeseen, Floyd blinks. He didn't see the hook. He didn't see the uppercut.
Listen, McGregor's fast. It's no doubt. I just don't think he's got the power to put him out.
It's not
That's
about.
the only way he'll win.
I think McGregor has the power to put him out. McGregor doesn't have the speed to hit him.
That's fair.
And that's the thing, because like when you're in the UFC, there's so many other things you have to think about, like fists, elbows, knees, feet. I got to think about all of those.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
Yeah, exactly. Like this man in front of me, his whole body is a weapon.
Yes.
Boxing, the only thing I have to worry about is jabs, hooks, uppercuts, and like breaking out of huddles.
Right.
So the only thing that Floyd really has to worry about is us clinching.
Right.
And McGregor getting frustrated and headbutting me. Like, that's the only thing he has to worry about. But, I mean, he's fought better boxers.
Definitely.
And all Floyd's going to do is outpoint him. All he has to do is contact.
It's going to be a boring fight.
It is.
It's going to be underwhelming.
And people are going
so excited about it for what?
That's why I said I'm not even excited for it. I feel like
no.
I will
pay. I pay more money for the Triple G fight.
Yes, that Triple G fight's gonna be
if the Triple G fight came out at 150, I'd pay the 150 for the Triple G fight. And
don't tell him that.
Look, if anybody from his camp is because it's going to the fight's going to be worth the money. Yeah. But then you got like the stupid undercard. Like, okay, well, you got Adrian Browner coming out like, all right, well, if Floyd is fighting McGregor, then the undercard, I want to fight Nate Diaz. Get out of here. Come on.
Nobody wants to see that.
No, nobody wants to see the main event. Like, but it's Floyd knowing that people hate me so much that they think Conor can hit me.
Yep.
So let's make the fight. That's why he said
boxers couldn't do it. Maybe somebody else can.
Yeah, and that's it. And I just hope, like, okay, well, people will get like, you know what? No, I'm not going to pay for this fight, but they are.
They will.
People are going to fly out to Vegas.
It's stupid too, though. I mean,
the flights for Vegas right now.
No, but
are
it's
almost like $1,000 to get out there.
Right, but it's. I think it's so stupid. The way they set this up, I got it. I get that it's smart in the sense that you're gonna make money off it.
It's smart for Floyd. That's it.
Well, no, it's smart for McGregor too because he's gonna make a fuck ton of money off it too.
And they're gonna promote the shit out of this. It's
well, no,
be like
yeah.
WWE levels of promotion.
But if you think about it, like, it's okay. So you have the best boxer in the world against the best fighter in the world. It's really all it is. I mean, it's
the pound for pound, both.
Yeah, and this is probably going to maybe piss at least one, maybe two of you guys off in here. Boxing,
not for me.
It's dead. It doesn't do anything for me anymore.
Why?
There's still people
because
Is
boxing
dead to you because of people like Floyd?
No, not at all. Well, yes and no. So yes, in the sense that I'm not a Floyd hater, if that's what you're asking. My problem is there's no competition. There's absolutely no fucking competition in boxing.
So, like, are you saying like the top people don't take on like the up and comers like they should?
I'm just saying there's no competition
He's just
in
saying
general.
It's a one-man show.
Like,
Floyd ran the division. There's nobody who give him any fits.
Like,
so why do we want to watch Floyd win every time, right?
Did you watch? Have you watched Triple G fight?
He hasn't like
I haven't watched a full fight. No, because
Okay, all right.
I've seen highlights. Don't get me wrong, but
If I can reach out anything, the Triple G fight is what? When's the Triple G fight, Pete?
I can look it up.
The Triple G fight, I think, is like August.
It's like around the same time.
okay.
I will pay.
And we'll watch it here. We'll live
Yeah,
stream it.
we will watch the Triple G fight. Like, I feel like if you watch someone who's not afraid of losing because they feel they're that good, that will sort of like.
But it's one guy. That's my problem.
Sometimes it's all it takes.
No, but that's
See, there's
that's
only one
why
guy
that's
who
why
makes
it
me wanna watch
doesn't
it.
that's why it doesn't do it for me. Like, that's fine, and like I'll watch it, and I might fall in love with him and fucking watch every one of his
And we'll
fights.
run away together.
And
But-
sometimes that's
but-
all you need. Fall in love
Nah,
with that
but
one
it's
guy.
but it's not, because I'm not gonna sit there and watch other scrubs clutch and grab and hug each other through fucking 12 rounds.
He
It
just
just
doesn't
does
like
not
boxing.
do it for me. Like UFC, don't get me wrong, they clutch and they grab, they get on top of each other,
But every now and then,
but it's
somebody
not
gets
12
knocked the hell
rounds.
out.
Well,
Yeah.
that too, but it's not 12 rounds. Like, I'm not like when you pay for a UFC pay-per-view, you're getting like 8 fights, 9 fights, because
September 16th for that fight, by the way.
Okay.
Okay.
all right.
but that's just my personal opinion. I loved boxing. Like 10 years ago, I fucking loved it. I was a huge Oscar De La Hoya fan. I loved him. I was never really a heavyweight guy, just because of all the clutching and grabbing and shit like
They
that.
just
Like,
get tired
I
so fast.
don't like that. Like,
So you're gonna look at knockouts though.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
true,
yeah.
too.
The knockouts are nice.
That's all the
but
power was.
Yes.
I mean, there are some good boxers. I never personally got into boxing. I was always an MMA guy because
Me too.
I am like, as much as I love watching knockouts, I really like technical, like the fluidity of jiu-jitsu. I actually did MMA for a little while. I didn't like compete
I
or
believe
anything
you,
like
Pete.
that. What's that?
I believe you, Pete.
I did MMA for a little while. I wasn't like competing or anything like that, but I always much preferred it rather than like straight up sparring. I always love rolling when we used to roll around and do jiu-jitsu. It's just more fun. I feel like I get the technicality of boxing, obviously throwing fists, but I just love like being able to like try to transition from like one hold to another hold, and then actually getting somebody and beating them and like making them tap out or choke out. Like I love that aspect of it, and it's one of the main reasons I always liked MMA more, because you have the option of both. Like both can happen. And with boxing, it was like 12 rounds of like them kind of just like laying on each other, or, like I guess it's kind of the same in MMA in some cases, but there's only
It's not
5
as
rounds,
long.
or
That's my
3 rounds.
yeah. That's
Whispering sweet nothings into each other's ear.
yeah.
I'm going to knock you out in the 10th.
Yeah,
no, you
right.
not.
I'm gonna just hug you for a couple of rounds and then I'm gonna hit you.
I don't like this ref. Me neither.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, I understand you like 1,000,000%, Dan. Like, boxing has got. I mean, a lot of people, like people that are like all they watch is boxing, feel like Floyd was. I feel like Floyd's style of boxing sort of made boxing boring, because I mean he's a great defensive man, but that didn't make for a good fight. Like all that defense and no offense, it didn't make for a good fight. So I just paid $70 to watch you back up, fight backwards. I don't want to pay $70 for you to.
That's one of the things I hated about him is he always ran.
He didn't, and that's the he didn't run. He didn't run. Like I felt like if Floyd had defense and power, he might have made like the sport of boxing a lot better. Cause like me countering you,
Yeah.
I might have countered and knocked you out, and not countered and tagged you for points, because that's what Floyd did. Like he countered and like pat pat pat, and that was it. Like I countered and tagged you for points. That was it. Because the only thing that I'm worried about is me winning this fight. When they raise my hand in the 12th round,
Yeah.
I'm not worried about knocking you out. And I mean, like, I can't remember, besides watching Triple G, because I mean Triple G's a bulldog. Like, if I ever seen him fight anybody else and he didn't try to like, just basically beat your face in,
Yeah.
I would say the fight was fixed. Because I mean he doesn't sit back and like, dodge,
Right.
1, 2, dodge. No, like I hate you. I hate your family. I hate your mama, and I'm gonna make your entire bloodline feel this punishment I'm about to put on you. Like that's how he fights. That's why nobody wants to fight him. Like Floyd to walk in the ring pretty, but if he walk in that ring with Triple G, his cut man got work.
I don't think if Floyd was even still around, like on a full time basis, I don't think he would want any parts of Triple G.
He wouldn't. And look, that's one of the reasons why he retired, because you get to the point where it's just like people that can actually
Beat him.
Yeah, I have to fight. I can't avoid you my entire career. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to retire, so I can never have to fight you. Like that's just. I mean, I understand Dan's view on boxing, like 100%. Like I can't sit up here and be like, boxing's the holy grail. No, I would much rather watch the.
I don't hate boxing.
No,
either.
I hate
it.
boxing.
I don't like boxing.
I hate boxing. I'm not going to sit here and say like, I hate boxing.
I like watching maybe 1 or 2 fights a year, but like you won't catch me watching Saturday.
No, I mean
No.
if there's nothing else on, like if there's no other sport on, and I can't find a good movie to watch,
Cartoon.
I'll watch. No, no, I'll watch. Like I'll sit there and maybe watch a little bit of it. If it actually catches my attention, then I'll watch it. If it doesn't, which is typically 85-90% of the time, I flick on to the next channel. But yeah.
I think we're good with the thing. Let's talk about the Flyers.
All right.
Hold on 1 second. Eric, do you have anything to add to the Mayweather versus?
No.
Okay.
So I'm sorry, Eric. I didn't put you on a timeout. I didn't mean to run you back to your corner.
Eric, if you watch one boxing match and you want to comment on
Eric knows about boxing.
Frazier versus.
Come on, Eric. You know about boxing stuff.
Rumble in the Jungle.
Eric actually knew Ali.
No.
I heard that you were an extra in Creed. They said you were one of the punching bags.
Eric, we love you.
I'm taking a hiatus. My name Eric is no longer in the building. My name is John Doe.
All right, well, John Doe, are you going to get back on the mic?
Yes, I'm on the mic. Hello.
You know, racist.
I think that Floyd is the greatest ever, hands down.
Oof.
Go ahead.
Thanks a lot for that, But I think that the whole thing, the whole shebang about him and the McGregor fight is just a joke. It's a WWE type of promotion, and they ought to be ashamed. And I'm done.
That's it?
That's it.
All right,
Ooh.
cool. I mean,
Look.
let's short and sweet, to the point.
He
Mic
segued
drop.
into WWE real quick. Pete, how do you feel about
I'm
Undertaker
loving
and
this.
Roman Reigns at SummerSlam? How do you feel about that?
It's not going to happen. They're not bringing Undertaker back.
No?
No, I don't think so.
You think it's just a way for them to sell
I think it's just,
pay-per-views?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. Undertaker had a nice
Send-off.
I love that we're talking about wrestling. I think the Undertaker had a
I
good
knew that you
send-off.
would, Pete.
Wow,
I
man,
knew
I'm
that you
so
would.
excited. If we could make wrestling a normal thing on this podcast.
I would honestly, I would love to get back into wrestling.
Sure.
I
can make
was-
it happen.
I was
WWE
like-
Network.
I got out of it like right after the DX stage,
Yeah.
and
I
Wow.
can guarantee you more viewers if we talk about wrestling. I have at least 20 people on my Facebook.
this
that watch.
podcast is going like 18 different ways.
Guys, we're not talking about
All right,
sports anymore. It's
let's-
entertainment.
Let's go to the Flyers.
Okay.
We were transitioning to the Flyers.
Flyers expansion draft. Flyers and the expansion draft, I believe, are this week.
I'll basically break this down. The expansion draft is tomorrow.
Okay.
The actual draft is Friday.
Okay.
The main thing is
When's the baseball?
the Thursday.
Thursday.
So yeah,
we get Thursday for basketball,
Friday for hockey.
Friday for hockey.
Check that out.
So the main thing that's already went down is every team has listed their
Exclusions.
yeah,
Or the
they're basically
protected players.
yeah, they're protected and unprotected players. Noteworthy players.
Oh my God, the biggest one.
Bernie Perrott.
What?
Bobby Ryan being exposed by Ottawa.
Oh
Yeah.
Wow.
It's because his big cap hit.
Yeah. I mean, that's still a guy that I've kind of
Should've been a Flyer.
dreamed for. Bobby Clark never made that happen, but I mean, for the most part, Flyers side, nothing really that I'm too surprised about.
I am a little surprised that they didn't try to hold on to an actual goalie, not just the Lars.
So the reason they were basically stuck with either leaving Stolars out there, which Las Vegas probably would have taken for their third goalie.
Yeah.
And sent to their AHL team because he's honestly, out of all the teams, probably the best, I guess, in hockey, you want to call it minor league goalie that they have.
Right.
So they did leave Steve Mason and they left Michael Norberg. Basically, both of their goalies from last year open. Obviously, they're not going to take both of them. Steve Mason is not coming back, so if they do take Neuberg,
We are. Stolars are going to be there.
it might be a blessing in disguise because Stolars won't start, but the possibility of them obviously trading for somebody is likely. I kind of left out hope for us trading with Las Vegas, them actually taking Marc-Andre Fleury from the Penguins,
Yeah,
and
I
then
saw the left hand open.
and then us trading with Las Vegas to take him.
Fleury?
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't want any Penguins on this fucking team.
Ooh.
So you wouldn't take Sidney Crosby?
No.
I would take him in a
Nope.
fucking second, dude.
No, this city would never accept him.
It's not true.
We
I
would whoop his
100%
ass.
believe that
Not
that is
true. Nope.
I guarantee.
I'm-
A Facebook poll.
I am a die-hard Flyers fan. It doesn't make a fucking difference.
Trust
He
me,
comes
it
here and
makes
he
a
wins a
difference.
cup.
Doesn't matter. We wouldn't accept it.
I'm a part of the cult.
That's fine. Put a Facebook post up. We'll do we'll do
Okay.
a poll and we'll do it. I guarantee.
heated.
I
Alright.
guarantee you that no real Flyers fan, no offense,
It's-
would want Sidney Crosby on their fucking team.
Why? So, initially, I would agree with you completely,
Right.
100%.
Because I'm thinking with like my heart. I'm like, ah, fuck him.
Yeah, but the thing you need to kind of look at, you're getting the best fucking player in the league.
I think that's debatable.
There's no debating.
Uh,
So who would you throw up there?
I always thought Ovechkin was up there
Not even close.
on both sides.
Why-
He plays both sides.
Why can't he get past the second round of the playoffs?
That's
And he
But
has.
they have a lot of.
Hold on.
Listen, Crosby's got a lot of people with him. They have
Are you
Kessel.
shitting me?
What?
Who's first in the Eastern Conference like every single fucking year?
The Capitals.
So they got TJ Oshie,
yeah.
who scored like 35,
Yep.
36 goals.
Backstrom.
Nicholas Backstrom,
Oh, look, they have a lot
Justin
of players on that
Williams,
team.
Mr. fucking playoffs, Justin Williams. They are stacked.
They're
Stacked.
They're choke artists.
Ooh.
Look, Capitals are choke artists.
They sound like
I-
the Cowboys.
They are. They like, let's get all the talent, and we're just not
say
going to
something
win.
about the
Ovechkin
Cowboys?
doesn't do enough for me. So this is where I differ. Sidney Crosby is a complete player. He plays both sides of the ice.
He's a dirty player too.
I would agree with that, but as far as what he does, if you replaced him with Giroux, he does exactly the same what Giroux does, but he's clutch money.
Clutch money.
He's gonna make
Philly Sports Connection.
he makes everybody around him better. I mean, it doesn't matter who's on his fucking line. He's
I don't know, man. I can't. And like, listen, I like you as a person, but that takes away a little bit from me that you're like that you would want Sidney Crosby.
I'm a Flyers.
You guys heard
I'm,
this guy. He's
so
a
wait,
Penguins
wait.
fan. He's not one of us.
All right, so wait.
I'm probably the only true Flyers fan here.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
I'm not a huge hockey guy.
Right.
So I'm gonna translate this into other sports and see
Yes.
if
Sure.
Dan agrees.
I got you.
So let's take it back to
Oh, I'm curious about this.
let's say 95. 95.
Are we talking hockey?
Oh no, I'm gonna go to another sport for you.
Go
He's
ahead.
got to be another sport. Isn't it?
Yeah, it gotta be
Bear
another
too.
sport. Yep. So let's say 95.
Yep.
Troy Aikman and Emmitt Smith's a free agent, and you hate the Cowboys.
I take both of them.
You take both of them on the Eagles.
So,
take both of them.
So
You know why?
You put all your
know
Cowboys
why?
hate aside, and you take them on the Eagles.
You know why?
Why?
Because I want some rings.
Stefan, if
You
I'm
know
jumping
what?
on that one,
You know
I would
what?
100% take Troy Aikman.
No, Pete. You know what? If he would take any of the, and as much as it pains me to put it in this term,
Yeah.
because all the Eagles fans watching, they will understand this.
Yes.
If he would take any of the cow bitches to the birds,
Yes.
then he would take Sidney Crosby. That's it. If he would take any of the Cowboys to the Eagles, he generally would take Sidney Crosby. Like, that's it. That's it.
I am.
It's more about he's more about.
I don't think anybody here really knows how I am with hockey. I'd rather have a.
That you're a fake Flyers fan because you like Sidney Crosby.
No way. He's not saying he likes Sidney
I'm only
Crosby.
kidding. I'm obviously only kidding.
I'd rather have a Stanley Cup than I'd rather have a Super Bowl.
That's
What-
intense.
But no, it's not intense because hockey is his sport.
That's true.
Because
It's a sport I played,
if-
so I can
if
relate
I
to
Luckily
it
for me,
more.
I got a World Series in my lifetime.
if
So
I was
won
a,
a
I
Super Bowl.
appreciated that too.
if I was an Eagles fan, I would want a Vince Lombardi trophy here in Philly than over anything else. Like nothing else would matter more. Like I would go to the Eagles parade in an Eagles wife beater and draws because that's how
Aren't you a
excited I
Cowboys
was. I am a Cowboys fan, but like football is like
You just love football that much?
but it runs through my blood. Like that's like I don't if I had to choose like between any sport, like okay, you pick one sport and you can't watch any for the rest of my life, I'd be perfectly fine.
For this like 2 seconds.
What's that?
Just
yeah,
like
got it.
I'd be perfectly fine watching the NFL Network 24/7 until the football season started. If I couldn't watch any other sport, like I would. There are times when like live NBA games would be on, and I would be okay watching reruns of like classic games from last year.
Right.
That's how much I love football, and it didn't matter who played. It's like yesterday, I watched Baltimore and Pittsburgh, the Thursday night classic.
Okay.
You know when Pittsburgh clinched the division.
Right.
I would rather watch those games than watch anything else, like baseball, basketball, like I would rather watch rerun. Like I would go back. I'm gonna tell you how much of a Cowboys fan I am.
Okay.
I would go back and watch from beginning to end, like not like the classics where they cut out the commercials or anything.
Right.
I'll go back and I'll watch because I don't know when the next time I'll get one, but I will go back and watch like old Cowboys. Like Emmitt Smith was my favorite player.
Dude, listen, I'm gonna out myself a little bit on this. When I was younger, I didn't like football that much, and when
It's okay.
When I grew up, my dad was a Giants fan, and my mom didn't really care about football.
I'm sorry you had to watch Giants games. I'm sorry.
I grew up as a Cowboys fan.
Hmm.
I grew up as a Cowboys fan. I
think I fell in love with you a little bit,
I had a
Pete.
Troy Aikman jersey. I had Emmett Smith poster on my wall.
I think I fell in love with you a little bit, Pete.
Your mom was an Eagles
My
fan?
dad's from New York. My dad was a Giants fan, and my mom didn't care about football, so I became a big.
So you were just fucked to begin with.
No, he
Seriously.
wasn't. Don't you do that, Dan.
So listen,
Don't you
so
do
then
that.
I had a close friend of mine when I was younger who was like, "You can't be a Cowboys fan. Let's straighten you out." But he was a Packers fan. He was a big Brett Favre guy, and he was like, "You need to pick a team." And I actually started to really like Tampa Bay. I like when he started to explain football to me, and I actually started watching football like as a fan. I got really big into Tampa, and that was right around like 1999 when they had like it was right when they still had Dungy. And they had like
that's like
Derek
Warren
Brooks,
Sapp and
Warren
everything.
Sapp,
Yeah.
John Lynch, one of my favorite players of all time, like Allstott. I was a big Bucks fan, and I actually was really excited when they won the Super Bowl. And I actually used to be
And fuck the Eagles
and my
over?
friends, yeah, and fuck the Eagles over. I used to break my friends' balls all the time about being an Eagles fan, and I used to say I'd never root for the Eagles. And one day I was just like, man, what am I doing? Like, I can't turn my back on my city. I love this city. I'm a Sixers fan. I'm a Flyers fan. I'm a Phillies fan, number one most of all. And I was like, I'm just gonna root for
Are you a Souls fan?
Yeah, so
You gotta be a Souls fan. They don't even bringing chips to the city. What you mean?
seriously.
What you mean?
So-
Are you a Souls
so-
fan?
I love the Souls.
So listen, so me
And they ain't
personally-
get him a parade yet.
you saying to me like, oh, you know, bringing Emmett Smith to the Eagles, I'd have been like, I probably would have been upset at the time because I was like, oh no, take Emmett Smith away from the Cowboys.
As a child, if Emmitt Smith would have put on,
An Eagles jersey.
I would have cried my eyes out. Like Pete put himself out there. I'm gonna put myself out there. Here you go. Football, I've always been and this is just me as a child.
Yep.
Because I always had the dream of my two teams playing each other in like the championship, and either way it's a win-win for me. So that's how I always pick my teams.
Right.
So in each sport, I have two teams. They're on different sides, so nobody can say like, "Oh, you're picking the best." Like, no, my teams are never the best.
Wait, what?
They're not. Like, look, I had look. You can judge me all you want, Dan. But as a child, I always wanted to see my two favorite teams play each other, and it's only happened in one sport. It's only happened in one sport. So, in the NFL, I'm a Cowboys fan.
We have to get down to like the point of this, but I also want to finish my Flyers.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh yeah, we definitely got sidetracked.
I know we did.
That's fine because I'm really interested.
This is fun.
I'm a Cowboys fan.
Yep.
Because I follow Emmett from Florida, Pensacola,
Okay.
to the Cowboys, and I am a Jets fan because of Curtis Martin. Look, I'm a
Great
young,
player, great player.
I'm a young, short, fat guy. So like short running backs were like, okay, like people telling you can't do something, they did it. Like okay, like I'm gonna follow you. That's fine.
Emmett's great, like, I'm great.
So
Look
for
at
the
this.
NFL, it was the Cowboys and the Jets. For the NBA.
See this right here? Look,
Yeah,
I want you to see.
I know.
Look, you see that right there, right?
For the
Look, I want you to
NBA.
see this, look, you see that?
Yeah,
Emmett Smith?
Look,
All right, I
I
just
know.
want you to know that.
Trust and believe, bro. I know.
Is he a brother?
All right.
He's a
Yeah.
brother.
All right.
Trust for the NBA, it is it's the Mavericks. Dan knows the Mavericks, and
Dallas all around. You're a Dallas Stars fan too.
And the
I'm
Sixers.
I'm actually hockey. I only have one team because I don't know enough about hockey to have two teams.
Right.
So for
It better
hockey,
be the fucking Flyers.
it is the Flyers. It is.
It's default to the Flyers.
He didn't put me out, but no, for the Flyer for hockey it's just the Flyers.
Guy.
That's it. For the
You
Flyers,
fucking Canadian.
for hockey it's just the Flyers. That's it.
Funny.
I'm a
For,
duck,
for
damn it.
baseball,
He's a duck.
because I was a huge Derek Jeter fan, it's the Yankees and the Phillies, and I actually got that twice. I got the Yankees and the Phillies in the World Series, so I didn't care who won. I didn't. It was amazing to me because that was the only sport where I
guys see
actually
this?
got both my franchises
Brooklyn.
in the big one.
My friend Chris says he has to go back and watch old Cowboys games because they suck.
I just like to say Brooklyn.
How
has
old
to
is
win
Chris?
Next
Chris
year.
is my age. He's just turned 30.
Yeah, he has to go back and look.
Watch the 90s games.
He does. I'm telling you, Emmitt Smith, Troy Aikman, Michael Irvin. Look, man, it might change your life.
That team was wild. Like,
It might change your life. Look, you got players like Charles Haley, who jumped from championship team to championship team. Dion, who jumped from championship team to championship team. But I mean, and then in base, look, so basketball is the Sixers. No, it's not the Sixers. Dan's trying to get it to the Sixers. He might be close, but if he gets me to the Sixers, I have to give up my East team, which is the Knicks.
Oh, that should not be hard at all. I wish I had a throw up sound that I could throw in the soundboard.
Just like, listen.
Jesus
Look, see, here's the thing.
Christ.
Look. I'm sorry.
Steph, I love
Are you
you.
from
Come on,
Look,
man.
look, Dan, look. But this is how you know that I'm not a bandwagon guy, because the team that I fell in love with the Knicks wasn't a championship team. Like Grandmama, like, Larry Johnson,
Right.
Allen Houston, they won no chips. But for some odd reason, I liked that team.
I always had respect for Patrick Ewing.
I loved the Latrell Sprewell team where he would just choke everybody
Yeah,
out.
just choke the coach out. But like the
I get it, man.
Mavericks,
I get
the
it.
Mavericks team, the Mavericks teams I fell in love with was like Dirk's rookie year, and like because my sport is football. That's it.
Steve Nash.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know, like Michael Finley.
Yep.
Like like with
I only know Fit Finlay from wrestling.
like Terry the Jet. like those those are like
They had a
if-
squad.
Yeah, like those, like if anybody who like if I had any of my, like, I don't think any of my people are in like this live for the Facebook, but like
I'm trying to figure out who Curiously Quiet is. I don't know who that is.
that's my brother Steve. He knows me.
Okay.
Shout out to
that's
Steve.
from
He
the last show.
yeah, he know
Okay, cool.
he knows me, and he knows like everything that I'm saying right now. I'm not making it up.
Right.
I'm not like picking the best teams. Like he knows, like I have like football. Everybody knows my main team is the Cowboys, but nobody knows my second team. My second team is fucking terrible.
In football?
Yes, my second team in football is terrible.
Jacksonville Jaguars.
Nope. I wish the Jacksonville Jaguars is better, but like
Are you a Cleveland Browns fan?
no. My second team in football is the Jets. They're fucking terrible.
He just said
That
he was
explains why you're a
Yes,
Cowboy
like
fan.
they're but that's why I like the Jets. My the game that defined the Jets for me was
The butt fumble.
No. It's, look, I'm gonna tell you this. It's before Curtis. It's before
Chad Pennington.
No, not Chad Pennington. It's before oh my God, y'all had him as the backup. What is
Sanchez?
Yeah, Sanchez. No. Remember, like you got Pete might not remember, but remember the Monday night game. Vinny Testaverde.
Oh.
You got
he was a Tampa Bay Buck.
mhm.
I know him.
Vinny Testaverde, Curtis Martin. Like, remember that it was the Jets and the Dolphins, where like pretty much Jet Stadium cleared out.
Who was
It
the white receiver they had? Kevin Curtis? No. Was it
Curtis?
Curtis?
No.
What the fuck was his name?
The
fuck is his name?
The crazy thing, I'm about to say Wes Welker, but it was
He
He was crazy. He like would never wear fucking gloves
Frank
and
Whitecheck.
shit.
It was
No, no,
Whitecheck
no,
was the last
wasn't
name.
Whitecheck, and it was Whitecheck
Whitecheck was the
small.
last name.
What the fuck is
No, it wasn't Whitecheck.
It
Google
was
that shit.
Whitecheck.
No,
Google
it wasn't.
magic.
It wasn't.
Whitecheck was his name.
Wait, I got it.
No,
Hold on.
Whitecheck was the tight end.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
he was the Titans.
Ready?
No, Whitecheck was the tight end.
Wait. Google magic. Ready?
Yeah, go ahead. Who's there? It was like Frank Whitecheck or something.
White, New York Jets, wide receiver.
I'm mad he had to put it as white New York Jets wide receiver. They might bring up Eric Decker.
That wasn't Decker.
Well, that would be former.
It was like Frank Whitecheck or
Corbett.
something.
Wayne Corbett. That's it.
Wayne Corbett. There you go. All right.
Ding,
That's
ding,
it.
ding, 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 ding.
Nice work, Eric.
But
Yeah.
if you Googled the game between the Jets and the Dolphins, where they pretty much had the Dolphins were blowing the Jets out. They were in New York. Everybody left. It was a Monday night game. And they came all the way back to win that game. I'm like, you know what? I love this team.
Yeah.
Like, that fight was like, I love this team. Like, Curtis played on that team. Testaverde played on that team. And it's funny that Vinny Testaverde played for both my teams.
That's true.
Yeah, Vinny
That's
played
true,
for both.
that's true,
He
yeah.
played for
About
the Jets
sums it
and he
up.
played for the Cowboys. Like, Vinny played for both teams.
My
But
friend Chris has had you a favorite multiple teams in every sport.
because
He's
like
got a team in each
That's
conference.
that's why I was kind of
Exactly.
interested, like, cause
I don't have a team in the same, like, I don't have like two Eastern Conference teams
Yeah.
or two
Like, I like the
NFC East
Cowboys
teams.
and I like the Redskins.
Yeah, like
like what? How do you look at them both?
yeah, that's like me saying like the Cowboys and like the Eagles. One of them is going to win. No. It's just
I like
like
every
it's,
team in the NFL.
The 49ers are legendary.
yeah.
I go on record.
See, here's the
Legendary.
thing. Here's the thing with you, Eric. And now I'll get back on you, Eric.
Okay,
fly,
Bring it
Eagles,
on.
fly.
I love the Eagles too. I love the
But
Eagles.
see,
No, you
my
don't.
But I
thing
go
is
back
like
No,
there.
you don't, Eric.
I go
For
back
you
to
to say-
Montana and Dwight Clark.
for you to
and
say that
Freddie
you're
Alexander.
an Eagles fan.
Yes.
That's because
and
you
a
love
San
Super
Fran
Bowls.
fan, like you that's you saying like, okay, well,
fucking nuts.
Ooh,
I
I'm doing
pick a
the kneecap.
team. I pick a team that's won some championships, and then a team that has the potential to maybe win some. Like, no, you both of the teams you like are in the same division.
love
I mean,
them.
not
Super
the same
Bowl.
division, but they're in the NFC.
What if the Cowboys
Well,
and Jets play in the
that's
Super
just my team. I
Then
mean,
you
I'm
know
a
what? I
49er
sit
fan.
back and I wave my hands because either way my team wins. That's what it boils down to. Either way my team wins.
The Niners don't have
49ers
Joe
are
Montana
great.
no more.
Joe
Bowl?
Montana.
I don't know anybody anymore.
Joe Montana.
That's why Eric always talks about the Eagles. I dug deep and I found out about the Redskins because the Niners.
The
He
Niners-
never talked about them.
So I just want to give my 2 cents before I kind of wrap this up and then just finish my Flyers points. So we can move on to the next thing.
Okay,
So-
go it there. You go
I
it. You
just-
go it there.
That's how much we don't like hockey. We want to start with football in the middle of the hockey conversation.
Because I want you guys' point of view on this. I'm glad you said that stuff. I don't know. Like, I guess in separate conferences, like in the West and shit like that, like I have like teams every year that I'm like, you know what, I really like that team. Like, yeah, you know, I like Portland. I like Damian Lillard. I like.
It's fine to have a rooting interest, but like not like to be like I'm a diehard fan of that team. Which
Or
is not
like,
what Steph's
I
saying.
like that. No, and I get that too. But like, there's not like a team that I constantly follow other than my team because
Right.
I just feel like it'd be more difficult to kind of be by
Unbiased.
like right now is the time that I fucking live for. I love watching sports.
Yeah.
I am like diehard listen to like sports radio. I Twitter I live for. If you check my Twitter out, it's all sports like reporters and shit like that with rumors and stuff like that.
I follow Woj mostly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I would feel like it would be too difficult, one, and then two, I feel like at some point I don't want those paths to cross.
Yeah.
That's me personally. Like, I get why you do that stuff, because like you have associations with them. Like, you've at some point, like your cowboy association. I understand, like, you met Emmett, like that
Love that
complete.
guy.
Yeah, I completely get that.
Great guy.
I fucking hate
I usually go for like players. Like, I watch one guy like,
That's-
young, and I'm like, oh, I want to see him succeed.
and that's exactly.
But see, but
That's what I got into. So, real quick, Steph. So, like, when I was a kid, I was a Steve Young fan.
you got it.
I was a Cal Ripken Jr. fan,
I'll take it.
and I think that was it. Everything else was Philly. So, like, I followed the 49ers and I followed the Orioles. I didn't really care so much if those teams won. I just
Follow the player.
Yeah, I followed the player. But like when Steve Young won the Super Bowl against the Chargers, yeah, when he beat the Chargers, I was hype as shit, and I was young. But I mean, that's the only kind of recollection that I have that I've really been in other teams, and it was because of players. And honestly, it was because of numbers. I had to think for eights. Cal Ripken Jr. was 8.
Big Troy Aikman guy, huh?
No, Cal Ripken Jr.
Or
was 8.
9?
He was 8.
He was 8.
Yeah.
He was 8.
Cal Ripken, Steve Young, and then Eric Lindros, 88. I
He
just,
was in his Philly phase by Troy Aikman 8. he couldn't like that 8.
I guess there was no 8s on the Eagles or the Phillies that was even worth looking at. So, what the fuck are you doing, Eric?
This is like salsa music. over there.
Stephanie, I'm sorry.
My computer's revolting. I don't know what's going on. Look, I even got SQL up now. I don't know what's going on. We got a virus.
There is something that came up here real quick. Actually, let me finish my my Flyers thing
Let's
real quick.
continue talking about hockey.
Yeah, and then I want to bring up this this Sixers thing that I just seen on ESPN on Facebook. So we went over the expansion draft. Friday's the actual NHL draft. I'll just kind of throw out there what's pretty much a foregone conclusion. With the second pick, the Flyers select Nolan Patrick. He's a center from Canada, Canadian national team. He's a 6'2" center.
Damn.
So he's, I don't want to say a power forward because he's more skilled than that. He has stick game. He's a two-way forward, so he can play defensively as well. So it's something that he can grow into. The main thing is this guy is NHL ready off the bat, and he's 18 years old.
That's awesome.
So
I'm into it.
yeah, they kind of ran into the same thing last year with Provorov, their defenseman, which.
So, you think he goes right to Flyers roster?
Yeah. Yeah, there's. I mean, I saw reports from Hextall saying he's not sure if any of these players in this year's draft are NHL ready. Yada yada yada.
We'll see what happens in the training camp.
Yeah. He did. So this kid did get injured, and he did miss like, I think like a quarter of the year. But the main thing is, like, looking at his numbers, he did. So with the Brandon Wheat Kings in 2000 and
Brandon Wheat Kings.
yeah, 2015, 2016, he played 72 games.
Wow.
So in 72 games, he scored 41 goals and 61 assists. So he had 102 points in 72 games. So that's well above a point per game. Even last year, he played 33 games. He had 20 goals and 26 assists.
Wow.
So he's still well over a point per game. This kid, he's going to be a stud. It's really not a question of if he's going to have talent. The NHL draft this year, it's a lot different than the NBA draft. It's a 2-player draft.
Oh, this thing changed.
After that, it's pretty much everybody else. So I'm pretty safe to say that they're going to get a player of value, and they're going to get somebody who's going to start right away. They're just left with whoever the Devils don't pick, and I believe the Devils are going to pick Heischer. So Flyers are stuck with Nolan Patrick.
Oh God!
I heard
Really fuck with
that
that guy.
Devils
Yeah.
are
I'm
going
about to say, the way you say stuck is like it's a bad thing.
the Devils are
Hey.
going to pick Josh Harris,
Well,
number one.
Well,
Oh, look at people.
actually,
Eric's
they could fuck that up because he does own the goddamn team.
That's what I'm saying.
You never know. I guess that's enough hockey. There's really not much more to talk about.
No.
And
I mean, besides like basketball, because the draft is coming up, NHL was really not.
so I have another basketball thing.
Ooh.
Back in basketball.
Tap it.
I can't return it. For
All
one
right.
second.
You're good. Huh? Hello.
Where's that buzz?
Fuck
coming
it, it's somebody's mic, but
Oh, there it is. It was you.
good.
Yeah, we're good.
So what a
Welcome
dickhead.
to
this
Philly
guy.
Sports Connection.
So there's a post on Sixers247.com, which I've just recently liked on Facebook. If you haven't liked it already, please like 247 Sixers.
Like it.
Also check out libertyballers.com.
LibertyBallers.com is the shit. I've been following that. Nice plug there.
They're not
Plug.
Liberty Ballers, plug us back.
Yeah, right.
Plug.
This Ricky Dink operation out of Springfield.
So, there's a thing from SportsCenter. Would you rather have LeBron or the Sixers core?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, the Sixers core now?
The Sixers core now.
So
Or LeBron James.
That's including
Fultz.
Markelle Fultz.
That's a
So
no-brainer.
you
is it
give
LeBron
me
now?
so you gave me basically the Sixers core now
Or LeBron.
LeBron James.
LeBron at his age that he's at right now.
Fuck that! I'm taking the Sixers
Sixers.
core.
Yeah.
That's like
Thank
a
you.
no-brainer.
Yep.
Why would anybody pick otherwise? Oh,
Because
he's
they're
the
I'm
GOAT.
actually-
they're a
I'm
Bron. I'm
actually-
sorry,
I want to see if I can pull this up and actually let people
because
hear
they're a
this.
Bron sexual. There are some people that just love LeBron James to the
don't-
point
Does
where
this
it's just
interest
like
anybody else but me? Can I plug this in?
plug it in.
Go ahead.
Are we allowed to play something that's not ours?
I don't care.
Fuck
Play
it, who
it.
cares?
We're on YouTube. Play it. They love us. They're like, this is our new best show. You're right, YouTube. You love us. Especially when Eric plays after
I'm not
hours.
playing. I am on strike. No game.
Your striker is LeVar Ball going at number 2.
No. LeVar.
Not Lonzo, LeVar. He's going to play for his son. He's announced it.
And that's
You can turn it up.
There's too many goddamn levers.
There's so many knobs.
Jesus Christ.
entire Sixers young core, in B.
Hell yeah.
Amen.
Let's hear this woman talk.
she sounds sexy.
I love you, Jamel Hill.
Yeah, she has. Yeah.
I love Jamel Hill.
I mean, you don't need a lot around.
I need playmakers.
No, it's not Jamel.
Hold on. I'm gonna pause it.
Yeah, pause it.
So, she says you don't need a lot around LeBron.
You do
I'm
beat the
sorry.
Warriors.
Let's
No, we're-
take
we're-
it back to Cleveland
First
when they
first
lost
round.
in the chip.
First time around.
Yeah, like there was nothing around LeBron. And
They had
he
an
did
old
nothing.
Antoine
And he was in a
Jameson.
better-
Come on.
better
Best player was
time
Mo
of his
Williams.
life, too.
Mo
Yep.
Williams was the best.
You
player,
brought
second
in
best.
old players
What was
who.
the name of the boy that was sleeping with his mom? Like,
Oh yeah, the kid from St. Joe's.
yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Jamel, I love you, but that was the most idiotic thing you've ever said. I'm sorry, I'll say it again. Jamel Hill, I love you, but that was the most idiotic thing that you have ever said.
I'm gonna say something.
I'm taking the Sixers core over one player.
I'm tired of hearing women talk about sports.
Hey, whoa. Pete, I love you. Like that was a dumb statement by her.
Oh, by her.
But like she like
yeah.
no.
Generally, she's actually pretty good with
Yo,
stuff.
Gaming
if you
section.
have you ever
Especially
watched
basketball.
Have you
yeah.
ever watched the Six?
Yeah.
No, I don't watch
Yo,
ESPN.
That's what
No,
this
no.
is.
No, watch if you don't watch anything else on ESPN,
Yep.
watch the Six. Her sports knowledge is on point.
I watch Fox Sports for All Lives Matter.
No.
Oh Jesus.
Look, Pete, you going into
You're a
politics?
skip guy.
Yeah, come
You're
on.
a skip
You going
guy.
into politics?
I know, I hate
Fucker.
skip.
All lives matter doesn't matter on Fox.
Fuck him.
Only on Undisputed, but
Fox News.
but
There's all Jesus. Christ.
like Jamel Hill's like there are not many females in sports that like have a platform that she does
Yeah.
that really like I think that like what she's saying is scripted.
You think somebody told her to say that?
Yeah, because like her sports
would hope
knowledge.
so.
Yeah, like I mean, because
Just to be
he's seen her.
contrarian to him, maybe?
Like Dan, you've seen her on His and Hers, right?
Yeah, she's very
Like
knowledgeable.
her knowledge is like out of this world, and not to point out the fact that she's gorgeous, but like her sports knowledge is like A1. There are some dudes that she will sit down with and just like out debate them, that makes them question their manhood. Like I feel like that, like what she's saying is scripted. Like he's saying this because somebody has to say this, the Sixers core. So he's saying the Sixers core, and she's saying LeBron.
And of course, the people who are bronzexual are going to be like, "Yeah, she's right."
Exactly, but do you, like you have the bronzexuals that are out there. Like I'll trademark that to my homie. He's probably not watching it. He might be asleep. But Lamar Jones, bronzexuals.
Also,
like
Torrance from Best Buy is bronzexual.
yeah, like they like those are like they call them they call them bronzexuals out. But like you got the bronzexuals that like no matter what he does, like he's the best. Like no matter what team he goes to, he's the greatest. That team's the greatest. Like yo, them bronzexuals, like they will argue you down for some anything with LeBron. Like oh well, LeBron didn't do this or LeBron didn't do yo.
I hope he's at work tomorrow actually, because I'm gonna pose that question to
He's
him.
going to say Bron.
He's going to say look,
That's fucking ridiculous.
And
Like
he's
it doesn't matter. Look, Torrance is a LeBron. Look, Torrance is a
Can't
bronzexual.
turn these bronzexual.
Like so,
Nope, you can't.
I'd like to form this, and when we're done on here, I want to get on Facebook and do a Facebook poll.
We're doing a Crosby phrase.
Yeah, we'll form a team for LeBron. Doesn't matter. We because this is basically saying LeBron and then the core of the Sixers.
Okay.
So we form the fucking team, and see who somebody takes.
The bronzexuals are going to take LeBron. Like I'm telling you.
No. I get
like,
what you're saying. I'm just saying
there are
I
people
don't understand.
who know
it.
basketball, like deep
Right.
in their soul, deep in their hearts. Like Eric is a true basketball fanatic. But
Come on, Eric, get in
Talking about
this.
John Doe?
Come on, Eric.
No, yeah, I'm sorry, John Doe.
John Doe.
John Doe over here
John
is a true
Doe is my
basketball
name.
John Doe.
aficionado.
Who are you taking, Bron or Sixers?
I'm taking both.
Come on,
You
Eric.
can't take both.
Come on,
I'm
Eric.
taking the core, of course. I mean,
But
that's-
see,
But why? Come
but-
on.
But Eric is not a bronzexual. But if John Doe at his core was the best thing about the NBA is LeBron James, he would pick LeBron James over the Sixers core, including
I beg to.
Markelle. No, I'm not saying you.
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying
He's
you
saying
in
if you
general.
were a bronze
I'm just saying if you were a bronzexual.
They need to get off it because that's.
It's not going to happen
I'm trying to understand the bronze sexual thing.
because
people
they
who are, like,
look.
No matter what
multiple-
Bron
Oh,
does,
wow.
LeBron is just.
We
like,
Instead of a
call
transsexual?
people.
No, instead. like homo means same.
LeBron.
I gotcha.
When we
I'm just
go
fucking with you.
live, when we go live on Facebook, I'ma tag my homie who came up with the line. Like when I tell you, like, he came up with the line brown sexual, like he hates. He's a Lakers fan. He's a huge Kobe fan. He's not a Mike fan. He's never been a Mike fan. But he's a Lakers fan, so he's a huge Kobe fan, and he hates the brown sexuals. So when we go live on Facebook, I'ma tag him. And when I tell you that if he's still awake, he's gonna light the chat up, coming at brown sexuals. Like that's his thing. That's his thing, yo.
All right, I'm gonna finish.
Cracking the cold one open with the
I guess we're not
boys.
gonna talk about tech tonight.
No, hold on. I want to figure out what she has to say. Why are we gonna talk about tech?
I had to
Could
be-
go like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Hey, guys,
you have
I guess I'm gonna
vaginas
be
you need to
the
go to
one
bed?
for the night.
Oh, okay.
Guess
All right.
what?
I might want to get up and walk around a little bit. Can we do a wireless? Can we do like a remote somewhere?
Dan,
let's
did you just say Pete had a vagina?
No, I asked if
Listen,
anybody.
guys.
If I had sand in
Well,
my
yeah, I
business.
guess I did
Guys,
ask if
one
Pete has a
second.
vagina because he's the one that said, "Are we gonna talk about tech?"
Because I thought you were gonna.
That's
try to
normally
talk.
Eric.
Hey, baby, I'll be home soon. Your birthday, I know it's a couple minutes away.
Eric,
You
she's
rock,
not,
baby.
Eric,
She's
she's
not
not in
listening.
YouTube. She has
Eric,
not.
Eric, she's probably fucking asleep.
She's
Okay.
listening to me.
She has not.
she's
We're
asleep.
not on Facebook. We're on. You were
Jesus
on YouTube.
Christ.
She's not on. She's not in here.
Eric,
Wanda's everywhere.
Eric, enjoy yourself. Come on.
I
Eric,
am.
she's
We
not
love
here.
you.
I love you too.
All right. Well. All right. Can we get back to
Yeah, go ahead.
Jamel?
Let's see what Jamel has to say.
Eric,
I love you,
tap
Jamel.
your mic.
It's not
Ben
that.
Simmons.
I think it's his cord.
Steph, tap yours like hard.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
But she came around. She said long term, yeah, she would go Sixers. But for today, for winning this year, she says Bron.
I mean,
but
That's still
go ahead, Steph. I'm sorry.
if anybody's talking about like right now, depending on what your team has now. So let's say the Warriors don't exist, because that's the only way that you can say like LeBron to any team works well, if the Warriors don't exist. Because if the Warriors exist, you need the core of the Sixers. If the Warriors exist, you need the core of the Sixers, because the Sixers are built on the same premise that the Warriors were built on. Like, not counting KD. But the Sixers are built on the same thing that the Warriors were built on.
I agree 100%.
Through the draft,
Yeah.
through development,
Drafted Curry. Drafted,
through D-League.
drafted Clay.
Like
Drafted Draymond.
yeah, like the Warriors were
Signed
built.
KD.
Like, if you never had KD, like if they never went up to the Hamptons to try to get KD,
They would have been.
do I feel that the Warriors still may have been in the finals with Cleveland? Yes, because that's what this team was built to do through the draft, the way it was supposed to be done. Before the decision on ESPN through LeBron James saying, "Hey, I'm gonna take my talents to South Beach," and then like when they bring it to you, like, "Hey, LeBron, you started this." No, I didn't.
You know the one free agent they signed?
Who's that?
The Warriors. Iguodala.
Is that was
Yeah.
it?
And he wasn't like
Before
blow you away.
KD,
Their first championship, the one big piece they signed to add on to the three
glove
pieces they
game.
had.
Damn, glove game. I'm
was
sorry,
Ig-
Dan.
No, you're good. Was Iguodala, because
That was it.
he brings great defensive ability. He can shoot decent when he's open.
Off the bench.
Yes.
Like, and that's the thing. Like, in that, like me and Pete brings it up. Like Torrance said that if you're a team that has Iguodala, a player who teams that are looking to like turn, like hit the switch, they will take Iggy and put him as a starter. But if you're a team that has Iguodala as your sixth man, you're in pretty damn good shape.
Yeah.
There are teams right now that will play that will pay that $20 million for him to be a starter. Where you have players who are going to opt out, take $4 million less for him to be a sixth man. If Iggy is your sixth, if you lose Draymond, he's in for the payday. He's in it for the payday. I don't care about rings. I got 2. I don't care. I just want money. You lose Draymond, Iggy can start in Draymond's place. Iggy can play in Draymond's place. That defensive presence, that rebounding, that shooting, Iggy can do that. Yeah. Any other team besides the Warriors, Iggy's a starter. I don't care what team it is, any other team, Iggy's a starter. He's not a six-man, and that lets you know the development.
No, he started for their championship team. Their first championship team, he started for them.
But I mean, he started for the championship team minus KD.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like
I understand what you're
2
saying.
years ago, or 3 years ago.
Like anywhere else he goes to. Like if he goes to, because I think like the biggest rumor, like they got like the Photoshop jersey of him in like
Utah.
No, it's not Utah. It's Minnesota Timberwolves. He's a starter. He's a starter from Minnesota.
Where at?
The Timberwolves. They got
So
like the Bleacher Report got like Iggy asking for $20 million.
So you got.
They got him as a starter.
Where does Wiggins go?
You got Wiggins at the shooting guard. You got. Well, I'm guessing.
Well,
what do you?
Is actually that small forward.
Well, no, I know because Zach LaVine, but I'm thinking of this hypothetically. So, what are you putting Zach LaVine at the point guard?
Yep.
Or are you putting Zach LaVine off the bench?
Look, you're putting Zach. They gotta be putting Zach at the point guard because they have Ziggy. They have Iggy starting like any other team in the league. Iggy's starting.
I'd be honest with you. If you
He's the sixth man off of the Warriors. Arguably the best team in the league. Iggy's the sixth man. Every other team has him starting.
Right. No, I'm not disagreeing. I wouldn't disagree with you with that. But my only, I guess, question would be is who's distributing the ball for you? Because honestly, this is going to sound funny. I'd rather have Iguodala distributing it before I'd have Zach LaVine distributing it.
But I think that if he's going to Minnesota, the GM is thinking the same exact thing as I would. Like Iggy is, he's playing everything. He's playing point. We're running the plays through him because here in Philly, I think that the only downside to him was the fact that they were trying to replace AI with AI.
Yeah. He never panned out for us.
Yeah, and that was the thing because Andre Iguodala is the new Allen Iverson. No.
Your friend Steve says Iggy is better suited as your third or fourth best player.
Exactly, I agree.
But your third or fourth best player is your starter on any other team. He's the sixth man
But it doesn't make him
on the Warriors.
Iggy is a good complimentary player.
But no. But see, he's a good he's a good complimentary player on any other team. He's a good complimentary player on the Warriors. He's your sixth man. Look at the talent that you have in Golden State. Count it. Name it on your fingers.
Well, I'm not saying he's not a good player.
No. But just think about like how deep Golden State is. That Iguodala is your sixth man. Would he be your third or fourth your third or fourth best player on any other team?
On most teams.
He's your sixth man on Golden State. Like people compare like Golden State's lineup to like the best team of all time, and that best team of all time has Iguodala as the sixth man. So that's your first man off the bench. So you're going from Iguodala being your first man off the bench, being your third or fourth player? Damn. How good is Golden State? How good is Golden State?
Steve said he's like the modern day Manu.
Bruh, like, I love you, man. Like, if you're saying Iguodala on, like, arguably the best team ever, Iguodala is your sixth man. And then you turn around and say that he's your third or fourth player on any other team? Damn.
I mean, he is who he is. I mean, they have a great team. I mean,
So
no one's denying that. But I mean,
You can't.
I think Iggy right now, this is his last contract right here. He's trying.
But
to
see,
get
here's
that
the thing.
contract. And
My thing is this, like, if, like, how would you feel? Like, all right, let's put yourself in the player standpoint. The best player on your team. So let's say Eric, you are KD. You're Kevin Durant. You just won the championship. You were the Finals MVP. You take $4 million. Let's not act like that's a little bit of money. You take $4 million less to keep me. $4 million, not 4,000, not 400. You take $4 million less to keep me on this team. Do you stay with Golden State?
yeah,
Golden State. We made the moves to give you your $20 million. Or do you go to Minnesota? You go to somebody that can give you that $20 million, and you start versus you get that $20 million, and you're sixth man, and we get you another chip. Like, I mean, those are the realistic questions. Everybody on Golden State, those are the realistic questions, because Kevin Durant opted out to take $4 million less to keep you.
and he'll
That's
probably-
how important it is to keep this team together.
all right, before we got Eric.
I'm saying,
Got it.
I'm just gonna make this short and sweet. Cause
No, you're right.
We gotta move on.
No, because I want to bounce one other thing off your head before we finish up. But go ahead, Eric.
No, I was just saying that, in this case right here, that's the ultimate sacrifice right there, and he'll probably stay, knowing that, because they're all friends. Come on, they're the Hampton buddies. This is like the new version of the banana boat guys. So, yes, he's going to stay. I mean, his buddy,
Every episode.
took a pay cut, so he's going to stay. That's going to happen. I think it's inevitable. He's going to stay with Golden State.
So, I mean, the thing that I would say, are you done, Eric? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much I'm done. I could go on for days.
No, I know. I mean, I actually wanted to bounce this off of you, Eric, because I know how you follow basketball. So, are you aware of where Robert Covington came from?
Mid Tennessee State.
What came? How?
Tennessee State, that is.
How did who was he drafted by, and how was he acquired from the Sixers?
Well, he was with the Rockets.
That's correct.
He was with the Rockets, and he made it to like the final cuts, and they cut him.
Yep.
Like he was like one of the latest cuts, and because Hinkie and Morey had connections, Hinkie went out there and took a flyer on him.
And he was a D-League player for about
Rookie of the year, right?
Well, he was a D-League player for the Sixers. Well, I'm sorry. The year that he was drafted, he was the D-League Rookie of the Year with the Rockets. And then when the Sixers picked him up, he went over to the 87ers. I think it was still the 87ers at the time. It might not have been. But
You're right, Dan.
so he went to them. He played about 10 games with them, and then the Sixers called him up. From there, he played... Give me a second. I just had this up here. Where the hell did it go? This was 2014 through 2014-2015, where he started basically 50 games. He played in 70 games. This is his rookie. Well, I would say technically his rookie year. He averaged a career high, and I'll keep that in mind, 13 points per game, 2 steals per game, well, 1.5 steals per game, 4.5 rebounds per game, and where the hell is the assists? I'm missing it.
2 assists.
Yeah, about 2 assists a game. And this guy has just gradually got better at defending. This is where finishing up on this whole LeBron or the core of the Sixers, I think you need to look at it more than just the players. And this is kind of what pisses me off when people are like, "Oh, you know what? If you know, he doesn't get it figured out and whatever, then he's got to go and we got to get a new coach." Eric, your thoughts on just him as a coach?
I think BB is okay. I think I gave I was one of the rougher, critics on Brett Brown.
In my opinion, he's obviously came from one of the best coaching trees ever. I don't understand it. Like, this guy, he took Joel Embiid, who, for granted, he didn't play a lot in college, but he was the one that developed this kid's shot. He worked with him the entire time he was injured and just constantly worked him at top of the key, just shooting it. Like, I don't know. It drives me crazy because I'm looking at all these pieces. Like, I probably in this podcast I'm going to sound like I'm a Robert Covington, like, cock. I don't know. Like on, like him, or like, yeah, like no, like I'm on his fucking cock. But like,
he's a good player.
Make sure you keep
no.
Covington.
And that's my thing. I feel like you're beginning to get great pieces around you, and I put great.
You're afraid they're gonna phase him out?
No, not at all. I put great in, huge asterisks because obviously these players have to develop, but I mean, you have like so much talent around you that it's hard for these players that, like, Covington already clearly has talent.
He's the veteran presence.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, yes and no. Like, I still feel like we said earlier, I feel like they need to add more veteran talent.
Well, that's without a doubt. But at the moment, like, you have Embiid, who's only been in the league for 2 years, a year and a half, actually.
Yeah.
Who may actually win Rookie of the Year playing half the season?
Who?
Actually playing 30 games.
How crazy would that be?
I really think
if Embiid wins Rookie of the Year playing half the season.
I think we get robbed of it somehow, but I think if it's not Saric, it's got to be Embiid, and if it's not, I think really they should just give it to them both if that was possible.
Right.
I think Embiid ends up being Rookie of the Year.
If you look at what he actually produced in the time that he was on the court, it's not even a question.
He's Rookie of the Year.
He put up eye-popping numbers. Like
if he would have continued to play through the entire season, Embiid would have been hands down Rookie of the Year.
Well, and the only reason they didn't do it is because of the organization.
Because we don't even know yet.
I don't feel like he was injured. I don't feel like he was injured to the point where he couldn't play.
I think they just pulled him.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like they pulled him off the court because we're going to go back to that word. I honestly feel yes.
But see, I think that the only reason I feel like Embiid is in the conversation for Rookie of the Year because the league hates that word. Like, if he was, it's not even an if. We know he was healthy enough to continue the season.
Eric, what'd they do in January?
They were 10-5.
Yes. So they had the best record in January.
Out of all the teams that played against Cleveland, who were the Eastern Conference representatives, name another team. And I'm not talking about when Cleveland gave up, because they gave Boston the number 1 seed. Name another team that gave them fits. Like when they were playing hard, the Sixers gave Cleveland fits. Not with LeBron resting. That whole bullshit resting. Like LeBron played, and the Sixers gave him fits. Like
Fitz.
Say it again, Pete.
Fitz.
Facts. LeBron played. LeBron was in those games when Embiid was in, and they gave him fits. They didn't blow the Sixers out in them games.
Yeah.
It wasn't like 20 or 30 point blowouts because the Sixers sit in rookies. No, Embiid played in them games. Covington played in them games. And they gave Cleveland fits. Now you imagine Embiid, Simmons, Fultz, Covington. Like if you imagine like the Sixers at full strength, hell, Cleveland's not even second seed. They're not even second seed. Out of all of the teams in the East that really fought Cleveland when Cleveland was at full strength, oddly enough, we don't count Boston at number one, right?
Right.
We don't even count Boston at number like when Cleveland and Boston went up against each other at number one. Cleveland knew, like, okay, you know what? We have an easier walk if we go in as a 2 seed than at 1 seed. Mm-hmm. So we give Boston that you were the number 1 seed and you only won 1 game against the 2 seed. Like this, like every game, game that the Sixers played, like mind you, check my resume. I'm not a Sixers fan. As much as Dan is trying to get me there, I'm not a Sixers fan.
I'm going at the box score. I'm going to tell you what
but the Sixers gave Cleveland look, LeBron knows he didn't take a rest on none of those Sixers games. None of them. LeBron didn't take a rest on any of those Sixers games because he knew at the end of the day that this was a team that was going to fight us. He didn't take a rest on the Sixers. He might have taken a rest at Boston. Like, all right, we'll let Isaiah go and do their thing. He might have taken a rest at Toronto. Brian played every game here in Philly. Every game. He wasn't resting at Philly. Even after Embiid was done, Simmons was done, Brian didn't take a rest at Philly. He didn't. He didn't take a rest at Philly.
All right, so we're still talking about basketball. We're going to lead into this. We got. I don't know if we're going to get a podcast in before it happens, but on Monday they're going to announce the award winners for the NBA for the MVP, Rookie of the Year, everything like that. So since we're on the topic of it, sort of, let's talk about it. Eric, I want you to lead us in. Who do you think's the MVP of the NBA this year?
It's hard to be interesting.
Westbrook.
Okay, I mean that's a safe pick. I like it.
I agree.
Nothing wrong with it. What do you think? Why is it just because of the triple double?
I just think that, with the impact that he had on his team and the players that he had around him, as opposed to Harden, who Harden had a lot better supporting cast around him, and the style of offense. They were just a running gun offense.
They're not a playoff team without him.
Not at all.
Yeah, definitely, and that's just my take. I think that Westbrook did a phenomenal job. He may have his little moments where he morphs into Dr. Jekyll and he just flies off the tangent, but for the most part, he was well behaved this year and
well behaved,
and he had an awesome season. Hands down. Beard, go find Chloe again.
Ooh, wait. What you mean the beard? Go find Chloe.
Go find Chloe again.
I'm sorry. I thought Tristan Thompson was with Chloe.
Yeah, Chloe's been with everybody.
I thought Chloe was a French Montana.
The
She
Black
was?
Widows of the league.
Man, she's came into herself, though. I'll say that.
All right,
Seriously.
Dan, who do you think's the MVP?
MVP.
You agree?
I will not disagree with Eric at all. I mean, like I said, I feel like as far as what you're given with
talent-wise.
Because the only thing they give you is the top three. So that's Kawhi,
Yep.
Westbrook, and Harden.
And I think both of those other teams are playoff teams without Harden and without Kawhi.
Ooh.
I think they're playoff teams. I don't know if they, like, obviously, San
Not as
Antonio.
high.
Yeah, San Antonio's, they don't go anywhere.
San Antonio was in the sunken place. That's a Get Out reference.
Serious?
So, I'm gonna let Stefan go last because I feel like he has the most to say about this. I'm gonna go. My opinion. I'm gonna go with Harden. I think Harden is. He took the team deeper. I think that he's more pivotal on that team. I think Westbrook. I honestly, this is a weird thing to say, but I really think that the team kind of just lets Westbrook pad his stats. I really do. I do.
Wait.
No, listen,
What?
you got the dude. Like, there's if you watch videos of them, listen, hear me out. If you watch videos of them, at, like, the two tallest dudes are nearest to the basketball, they don't make any effort
my
to go after the
God.
rebounds. And you see Westbrook run out of nowhere and grab the rebound, like, oh, I'm gonna get the ball anyway. Like,
Bang!
Have you? How many Oklahoma City games have you watched?
Oh, I watched all of them. I'm a gigantic Oklahoma City fan. You can tell. No.
Eric, hold on, hold on.
Are you asking Eric this question?
So, he's by far the hardest working player in the
Oh, I thought you
NBA.
were gonna say me.
No,
Wait.
The
no.
hardest working person on this
Or
podcast.
are you talking about Russell Westbrook or the Beard?
Russell Westbrook.
Russell Westbrook.
Westbrook. I feel
I have
like
a feeling Stefan's on my side on this one.
I feel like he puts the most effort into what he has to work with.
I agree.
If you look at him, he's constantly running up and down the court. He's a small dude. Like, he's not Iverson level, but he doesn't give a shit about his own body.
We're still talking about Russell
You're talking
Westbrook,
about
right?
Russell
Westbrook.
Yeah.
All right, I'm
All
gonna.
right, before you
Stefan,
go,
Is it
ahead
my
and
turn?
Wait a minute,
defend
can I
me,
get it?
Stefan.
Wait, is it my turn?
I went first
All
because
right,
I knew
here
you
we
would have
go.
more to say about
Here
it.
we go. All right, here we go.
Here we go about the beard.
Here's the clap. No.
You can't hate on the beard. The beard's the MVP.
I'm
It's
not-
Harden.
Fuck the
I'm not.
beard.
I'm not hating on the
The
beard.
weird beard.
Now, Eric.
Beard can suck a dick.
Hey,
Ooh, Eric. I want you to look up.
I just shaved mine. I'm sorry.
I want you to look up because you got the sponsored by The Surface.
Okay.
I want you to give me the numbers of Russell Westbrook and James Harden while, because here's the thing, while KD was there, the rebounding numbers of Russell Westbrook and James Harden.
Wait, when they were all on the same team?
No.
I was gonna say that's not a fair comparison.
you're saying Russ when KD was
Because
there?
here's the thing. Before you bring those numbers up, here's the thing.
Why they were okay?
But you have another elite player who's
Who?
KD.
KD? No.
You're saying while KD was there,
While KD was there,
right?
Russell Westbrook was so concerned about his numbers that Russell Westbrook out-rebounded everybody on OKC. Now, if you look at the numbers, you're looking up the numbers of Russell Westbrook without Kevin Durant, right? I want you to give me now, before you even mention out those numbers, Oladipo. Give me his numbers.
I like Oladipo.
No, stop. Stop now. Give me Oladipo before Orlando Magic. Give me Oladipo's stats.
He's trash.
But no, bro, I'm telling you, this is going to shock you.
He's trash.
Look. If you want to take this to the after hours,
Eric, is he not trash?
if you would,
trash.
no,
He is a bad
I'm
bad
trying.
How
I'm
is he
telling
not
you.
trash?
Look, listen.
Oh my god.
And he hasn't even look.
Jesus
I'm telling you.
Christ.
Everybody who's
This is
watching this,
ridiculous.
look. Everybody who's watching us, before we're talking about Oladipo on the Magic. We're not talking about Oladipo on OKC.
And he was an average player on a shitty team.
Look,
now he's
But now he's
trash
now
on
he's
an okay
look,
team.
Eric, give me Oladipo's numbers on the Magic. Not OKC. Give me Oladipo's numbers on the Magic. The year before.
Why does his numbers matter though?
Look, because I'm going to tell you. Look, see?
Because he's going to show you how he
The
rebounds.
difference
compared to how he
of
rebounds with Russ.
everybody who plays with Russell Westbrook. Eric, give me Oladipo's numbers before Russell Westbrook.
I don't care about his
I-
rebounds.
No.
I actually
But
have
look,
right
you
here,
don't
too.
care about his numbers before, but Oladipo's numbers before, average scoring, average rebounds,
13 points
assists.
First year.
Well, what are Oladipo's
No.
numbers the year before?
But it still doesn't. Steph, what I'm saying is, like, you're getting
No,
off
no,
track. Hold on.
No.
You're getting
Stop,
off
Eric.
track.
Stop. Wait, go ahead, Eric. Go ahead, Dan.
Basically, all I'm getting at is, and the reason I feel like he's the MVP is
Wait, Russell Westbrook is MVP?
is if you take Russell Westbrook off that team, they don't make the playoffs.
Okay,
you can
all right.
you can take James
And
Harden off
Look,
off
this
the
is
Rockets.
this is the reason. This is the reason
I agree
why.
with you, Dan.
No.
Deep lottery.
But see, look.
Rockets make the playoffs without Harden.
Lottery.
Look. Here's the thing.
All right.
You're saying if you
Eric
take Russell Westbrook,
Kidding me?
no, Dan,
Sixth man of the year.
Eric. Before you read
Eric Gordon.
Oladipo's, because you're going to give me his last season.
What are
with the
what are his
Magic.
numbers? I'm
no,
sorry.
No. You're going to give me his last season with the Magic versus his first season with OKC. You got that in front of you?
I got it right in front.
Oladipo,
Yeah,
because
but-
he got traded from the Magic to OKC.
Okay.
Now, I want you to give me his last season. Yep, Dan, you can bring him up too.
Identical.
They're not identical.
Aren't they identical?
They're not identical.
They are. Yes, they are. Pete, am I right?
They're identical.
They're identical.
Go ahead, read them.
16 points. His
How many
last season-
points?
16 points his last season at Orlando.
Damn, Steph.
15.9 points.
No.
these
Don't damn Steph me. He's
No,
not.
these
He's only no.
Dog,
Don't
these
stop.
numbers are
Don't start.
identical.
Go
They're
ahead.
all they're
His point-
identical.
No, wait.
Oh my God.
Wait. Stop.
All right, go ahead.
Stop.
You gotta-
Look,
you gotta
listen.
make your point.
Listen
Go
to me. Look. Let Eric finish.
All right.
Points with points with the Magic.
Go ahead.
They have his points per game. And he averaged
Points per game with the Magic. Go ahead, read them.
16 points per game.
His points with the His points with OKC.
15.9
Okay.
points.
No. I don't
Keep-
want.
go through every stat.
No.
Go
See,
through every
look,
fucking
Dan,
stat.
stop. I want you. Okay. Like his points with OKC was what? I'm not. Look, I have a point to
15.9.
make. I have a point
That's
to make.
fine. No, we got you.
Go ahead.
And I'm
His
trying to-
points with the Magic were what?
15.9.
15.9. His points. His first season with OKC was what?
13.8.
Okay, so
That's
the
his
drop.
rookie
Okay,
year.
No. Stop.
His rookie year.
No.
What do you mean,
Eric,
no?
what are you reason? No. I
That's
asked.
his rookie
No.
year.
I asked Eric
Where's
to
this
read.
going?
Listen. If you
coming.
let me finish.
Okay.
If you let me finish. I asked
ain't no
Eric.
alcohol.
Look. I asked Eric to read Oladipo's last season.
I did it like 4 times.
Look, but Dan mentioned his rookie
They're
season.
no,
I'm
they're
not
legit
talking about
identical.
his rookie season.
Steph. Steve
No.
says the Magic has a shitty team and he was the best player on that team. Of course, his numbers are going to look better.
But they don't.
They don't look better.
But they
It's
don't.
Like, he
But
actually
see, here's the thing.
this is-
Okay,
this
here's
shit's
the thing.
crazy.
Okay,
They
all right.
don't.
All right. Here's the thing. Since y'all won't let me get to it,
your point.
That's fine.
I'm gonna make the point. I'm gonna speak to the
I
point.
want to know what's going on.
Eric, give me Kevin Durant's last season with OKC and his first season
All right.
with the Golden State Warriors. I don't want any. Look, listen, because here's the thing.
I wanna
Here's
know
the thing
where
when I
this
give it
is
to you.
going.
Pete, slide to the side.
Christ, dude.
Pete, slide to the side, because I need to see these.
Jesus
Where's
Christ.
the
Everybody,
correlation?
look, everybody shrinks. Everybody shrinks when they play with Russell Westbrook versus how they play without him. Because when you have a player,
What's your point about Oladipo?
Oladipo was the best player on his team. Oladipo was the best player. He was the top in
On a bad
everything.
Orlando team.
I don't even think he was the best player on the team because I think
Who was better?
Vucevic.
Vucevic was better, and the guy that got
better
traded.
player.
Give me a
to-
stat.
The guy that got
Give me a
traded.
stat.
Pull up- all right,
Give
hold
me
on.
and
Hold
don't say nothing like rebounds.
All right, let's go Magic stats 2000.
Yep. Pull 'em up.
2016.
How do you
Pull him
spell
up.
his name?
I think it's like VUV.
VUV.
Nikolai? Is it?
Nikolai Vucevic.
Yep.
You know,
Magic stats.
Oh, I was right. VUCEVIC.
Thank you.
Hey,
So what do you
Dave, I
wanna
got
know?
your back. We're gonna-
I want to know who was the best player on there. Like, what was his score percentage?
2015, 2016.
2015, 2016. He
I
had
got the
averaged
stats right here,
18 points a
guys.
game, which is more.
More than Oladipo?
More than Oladipo.
Okay, go ahead. Assists?
By 3 points a game. So and
I'm
then
not
You
worried
say
about
3 points a game?
almost 3, 2.8,
Okay, assists.
He's not going to have more assists.
and rebounds.
But you said
2.9.
overall he was the better player on the team. So every stat that he
can't
had would have been better
You
than
can't-
Oladipo.
Okay, so what was his rebounds?
What was the rebounds?
8.9.
Way better
Total.
than Oladipo's. Okay, what blocks?
Evan Fournier had the best stats on their
Okay.
team.
Who had the best stats on the team?
Evan Fournier.
Evan Fournier.
Evan Fournier.
You can't go like you can't just say, "Oh, well, he had the best stats, so he's the best player on the
That's
team."
what I'm
But
saying.
that's
So I
what-
was just saying Russ is the best, is the MVP. is
Based
that
on this
argument.
guy right here.
No.
This
I'm just saying value wise, literally, if you take him off of that team,
If you
they are nothing.
Are you
They are-
saying if you
they're
take
a
lottery
OKC
team.
off that team, with KD still there, then nothing?
No. If
No.
if KD is still there, they're obviously still
Because
playoff.
that's the reason why KD left. I can't play with this guy.
No, he left because he wanted to win a fucking ring.
Exactly.
No,
It took
no,
his way out.
no,
no. If you
All
think
right,
that, if
let's
you
wrap
think
this
Kevin Durant left, if you think
Jesus.
Kevin Durant left OKC because he couldn't win a ring with Russell Westbrook, you're crazy.
They didn't.
How long-
They didn't prove that they could.
How long was he there? How long was Kevin Durant at OKC?
Why wouldn't he resign then?
Because I can't win a ring with I can't win a ring with Russell Westbrook. I can't win a ring with this shooting
I just
guard.
said he left because he couldn't win a ring there.
No, but see, if anybody else is there, if you have, so I'm gonna pose this question to Eric. I'm gonna pose this question to
I'm
Eric.
confused.
No, don't
It's
get
like-
confused.
I'm like,
Don't get
I'm trying to
confused.
figure out where this
Kevin
logic is
Durant's main reason, even if he won't man up and say that his main reason for leaving OKC was Russell Westbrook, because I'm there. I'm the second best, even at OKC. I'm the second best player in the league, and the only thing I need is a point guard. And you give me Russell Westbrook, who's not a true point guard.
you know,
Exactly. Your hand going up, it just tells me exactly what I need to hear.
Well, you wanna-
Russell Westbrook is not a true point guard. If Kevin Durant has a true point guard at OKC, he doesn't go to the Warriors.
No, I think it was.
If
all
he's not a true, so I'm not gonna. He's not a prototypical point guard who literally just looks for dishes. Every
Because
single
that's what a true point guard does.
okay, but you're literally talking about a guy who almost averaged a triple double.
What was his points per game?
He did average a triple double.
No.
Obviously-
don't talk about the. See, here's the thing. Everybody talks about the points per. Everybody talks about the triple double.
No, but if you look at any other possession, Steph,
I'm listening.
like if you look at LeBron, if he averaged fucking 10 assists a game, you'd be like, oh, you know what? He's the primary assist man. He's the primary setup man on that team.
But
If Ben Simmons averages 10
LeBron's
assists a game,
points per game was what? Because you had
I don't know, but
see, that's the thing. You had Russell Westbrook, who averaged a triple double,
But he has nobody else on the team.
but it doesn't matter.
like
his-
Enes Cantor and fucking Victor Oladipo.
Okay,
It's like horrible.
if you're talking about these players are so bad, he wouldn't average a triple double because these guys can't score. right?
It's back to the Allen Iverson
Those
shit. You
Allen
got to do everything your
Iverson's-
goddamn self.
Allen Iverson never averaged a triple-double
No,
because his
but
guys couldn't score.
He didn't have the athletic ability and the giftedness of what Russell Westbrook can do.
How many seasons did Allen Iverson basically lead the league in scoring?
Real quick,
It was only like 2 or 3
Steve-
years.
Your friend Steve says if they have a different point guard, they don't have the success that they had in OKC. It worked
Absolutely
out because of what
not.
They both could do.
Absolutely not.
Exactly. I mean,
They work off of each other.
This is your friend Steve.
And that's what I fully agree with. Like, I'm not saying
It's because
I'm not saying Durant
Russell
completely
Westbrook
left.
is more of himself than he's not the prototypical point
And
guard.
Kevin Durant wasn't selfish. Are you kidding me?
Kevin Durant was selfish.
He was selfish. He was
Kevin
selfish.
Durant was
Yes,
selfish?
Kevin Durant was just
He went.
selfish.
He did go to win a chip.
He
I
went to
mean,
win a chip. And secondly,
How many years was he at?
he
How
blew that
many
playoff.
years was he at OKC?
blew that playoff
How many
series.
years was he at OKC?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
doesn't matter.
How many years was
did
Kevin
Russell-
Durant at OKC?
How many years is
Eric,
Russell-
answer the question.
He was
Eric,
here,
answer the
what,
question.
What, 6 years?
Eric, answer the question. It's more than 6 years.
He's 28 years old. Durant
It's
was
more than 6 years.
no 6 years, 7 years,
Fam.
7 years.
All right, you know what?
Let's look at.
Pete,
I'm pulling up.
Let's
7
move on to
years.
E3.
Well, hold on. Oh, we're good. All right. So
Because you're saying Kevin
man.
Durant was at
Man.
OKC. So
He's inebriated.
I'm not. No, I'm sorry.
all right.
No.
I love you.
No,
We're gonna
no,
talk
you're not.
about E3.
You're not going to shake my hand. How many years? How many years?
times have you peed without washing your hands?
How
You are
many
not
years
shaking
was
your
Kevin Durant in the
I ain't
league?
shaking nobody.
Eric, answer the question. How many years was Kevin Durant in the league? Answer the question.
About 8.
8 years.
9. About 9 years. He's 20.
9
he's
years.
29.
He how old is he?
been in the league 9 years.
Yeah.
So he's in the league 9 years.
Oh wait.
Oh wait.
Oh wait.
9
Oh, wait.
years.
So Kevin Durant is in the league 9 years. So if you're the, I'm gonna go back to your point. Kevin Durant is the second. That's what you said, right?
Second best player.
Second best player in the league.
Yeah.
So, if I'm the second best player in the
Did he
league,
just take less money to stay with them?
he did.
So that's why, because he wants to win another ring.
But
Why
how many years? How many years before he signed with Golden State?
Why wouldn't he sign with Atlanta to try
Is
to
that-
make them better?
Exactly. Because
Because here's the thing.
Man.
I've been with the same team. I've been following the Jordan. What? How many teams has Jordan been with since he signed with the league? Eric, you've been watching basketball longer than I've been alive.
Washington.
How many teams has Jordan played with? We're talking post LeBron. Post LeBron.
Jordan.
How many
Jordan?
teams? And I'm not.
Post-LeBron, you know,
I'm not
pre-LeBron?
talking. I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about baseball.
I was gonna
Pre-LeBron.
say Chicago White Sox.
I'm not talking about baseball.
The Wizards.
But he's been with the Wizards.
Yeah.
So when Michael Jordan and Pete, I want you to say this.
Okay.
I want you to say it.
Say this.
So before Michael Jordan came back, that means he left once, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, Eric?
Yeah.
He left once, right?
He left to win Chicago White Sox a championship too.
So when he
is
left the
true, too.
Bulls,
He was trying to go back to back to back to different sport to back to back.
so when he left the Bulls,
Right.
did he or did he not win the chip?
he did.
No,
when he left the Bulls?
not you, Pete. Not you, Pete. I want the basketball aficionado to answer this question. When Mike left the Chicago Bulls,
They were
did they
champions.
or did they not win a chip?
You talking about when he left?
When he left, don't second or
Yes,
third.
You talking when he left?
So
they
when
were
he left the
champions.
Chicago Bulls,
They were champions.
they were champions.
Right.
They left, right?
Right.
He left the Chicago Bulls as champions, right?
Right.
When he came back, where'd he go?
Went back to Chicago.
No, he didn't.
When he came back,
Where did Mike go when he came? Dan,
when he came back, he went back to Chicago.
4-5. Where'd he go?
4-5.
4-5. Where'd he go?
2004, 2005?
Yeah. No, when he came back, it's 4-5. He didn't come back as 4-5 on the Bulls.
He did.
Yes, he did. He played for
No,
the
he
Bulls.
went to Washington.
No, he went to Washington when he was like 40 years old. 40
Okay,
years old.
when he came back to Chicago, they didn't win a
That
chip.
was 2002.
Yeah, so
When he came back 4-5, they didn't win a chip.
so no, listen, he came back in 94, or no, he left in 93,
I don't think
94,
they did win the chip.
and he
that
came
year.
back in 94, 95, and he went
He
to the
came
Bulls.
back because his father had
So-
died.
He
and
came
had
back.
left.
He came back as the Bulls, right?
Yeah, then he retired, didn't play 3 years.
Did he
came
win
back to
it
Washington.
when he came back to Chicago? Did he win a chip?
No.
No, they lost to Orlando.
They still, to be fair, they still tore it up while he was out.
Yeah.
They won 51 games while he was gone.
So the Bulls
With
won
Scottie
51
Pippen
games
as
without
a
Mike.
coach.
They won 51 games. Look at it.
They won 51 games without Mike.
Pull it up.
Yes.
Pull it up.
Pull it up.
They won 51 games without
Pull it up.
Mike.
Yes. They
They did?
Yeah.
Well, holy shit!
Yeah.
They won 51 games without Mike.
Yes. Yes, they did.
Holy shit! They won 51 games without the GOAT.
Yeah.
How many games did they win with Mike?
A ton of them.
They won a ton of games without Mike.
And they won a ton of games without him.
They won a ton of games without him.
And that's why Mike was really came back because they were winning without him.
They won 55 and 27. They were 55 and 27.
55 and
the year
20.
he was out.
55 and 27 without Mike.
They actually
Without
were
Mike.
second place.
So
in
when
the-
Mike came back to the
Under
Washington
Central
Wizards,
at the time.
because I remember Eric is a sneakerhead with them ugly ass Washington
The gold
Wizards
one.
I remember.
Mikes. Dan, you remember him?
That was in 2000.
Did the Wizards make it to the chip? No, not the chip. But did the Wizards make it to the NBA
playoffs?
playoffs?
Yes. And they got
So 4-5. I come back like 4-5.
I think they were like a 6
he
seed.
was 2-3.
No. I'm not talking about the six. I'm not talking about the seed because
No, he
if you
was
no.
wearing
Eric, stop.
23.
Eric, stop.
Let
because
Steph finish.
if you get the seed, prevalence, then that means that goes back to LeBron's whole argument that he didn't start the super team because when LeBron went to Miami, they were the 6th seed. So you got to be careful how you go into this. Be careful how you go into this, Eric.
It's funny, the year
Washington
after
was
that he came
garbage
back,
with
so the
Mike.
year he came back, they actually went 47 and 35.
Yeah. Yep.
You gotta be careful because LeBron says
Oh my God.
Remember Mike missed
Now-
the dunk?
Oh,
now hold on.
Yep.
Pete, what did you say?
I was getting ready to say I made a mistake, but no, I was right because I found Jordan on the roster. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
go ahead.
They still made the playoffs. They were 47 and 35.
Who made the playoffs?
The
Bulls.
They lost to
No. I'm talking about when he came back to the Washington Wizards.
Hold on, let me
What?
see.
Wait,
I'm
wait,
talking about the Wizards. No, we know.
What's the relationship with Washington though? Why
No.
I
So
just-
here's the
no,
here's
just-
the
I'll-
thing.
He's saying that when Jordan went to
Like the
Washington.
6 years to Sony. Like, what's the correlation?
As you see, as Eric talks his shit, he walks away from the microphone.
I'm trying to figure it out.
So when Mike came back for his last hurrah, where did he go?
When he retired.
The Washington Wizards.
Arrows.
And what did the Washington Wizards do? Did they watch?
Guy
the-
used to play for the Washington Bullets.
Oh, really?
Did the Washington
Rob Crutcher.
Wizards
Rob Crutcher.
and the last hurrah for Michael Jordan,
37 and 45.
He played at USC.
37 and 45.
Real big.
The last hurrah
6'9".
for Michael Jordan.
Dude, I used to work with him.
Did the Washington Wizards get a chip?
Bigger than
They
our,
did not.
Coworker.
They did not.
I was like, dude, I can
Actually,
punch
the
you
Sixers
in
were
balls.
48 and 34. that year.
Oh, what was that?
Sixers were 48 and 34 that year.
48 and 34.
And the New Jersey Nets were
The
49,
Jersey
and the #1
Nets.
seed.
But see, as I'm making my point,
What's your point?
Eric Bennett walks away from the microphone.
You're right.
As I'm
No,
making my point,
I still am trying to figure out what your point is, Steph. To be honest with you.
here's the thing. All right. Here's the thing. You know what? You know
Tell
what?
us.
No.
Let's go to let's just go to.
We're still trying to figure
I
out.
love you guys.
Okay, he went from Jordan.
God damn it! I want to know what's going on. Jesus Christ!
All right, we're done talking about basketball. We've talked
We
about
are. We're
basketball
done.
so
We're
much on
done.
this podcast.
Yes, Pete.
We're
what do you
done.
wanna do?
We're done.
But considering the baseball season's over, we've talked about the baseball so much.
Till next time.
Okay, so E3 happened this weekend. We got a lot of we got a chance to talk about what happened with Bethesda, and we got a chance to talk about what happened with the new Xbox. But we had some other press conferences that happened. including Sony's. We also got Ubisoft.
Terrible.
We got Nintendo.
Terrible.
All right, relax.
I'm sorry.
We have a section for that.
I'm sorry.
So I want us to talk about who, in your opinion, of all the conferences, or if you want to single out one company, had the best showing.
Shaking your fist for
Xbox, Xbox.
Before your wristlet comes off, we need to fix it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Dan, you're chanting Xbox.
So we'll let you go first, since you think Microsoft had the best press conference.
Yes, Dan.
While it was a delicious press conference.
So, I would say the reason I'm kind of,
I just want you to tell me why you think Xbox is. I don't want you to talk about it.
Why, Dan Shryock?
Okay.
Why?
Okay.
Just because I know
Give
you're
it
going
to me.
bash on other people, and we'll save that.
No, I'm not gonna bash.
No bashing.
I feel like the ID development portion of it,
Yep.
and what they've given kind of developers, has set them up to
Pause.
destroy.
Okay. All
The
right.
content that I've seen has been awesome. So
Can I jump in here, Pete?
All right, Stefan, go ahead.
Let me jump in.
Who was your
Let me
best
jump
showing?
in. Just do it. Let me jump in. Let me jump
Let me
in.
ask you, Stefan.
All right.
Are you gonna counter, or are you gonna give me your best?
Oh, I'm a counter.
Oh, okay.
I'm a
But is your
look. Dan is
your
Dan is
counterpoint-
Dan is Ryu, because Microsoft has always been the Ryu.
I thought
you
you
like
like Xbox.
The fire Hadouken. Nobody you can't block it.
Hadouken.
There you go. All right. Here's the thing.
Who needs a soundbite?
All Microsoft. I need a soundbite. Dan, can I get a soundbite?
I got you.
I will wait patiently for the soundbite.
Download a Street Fighter
Yep,
soundbite.
download a soundbite. All right, here I'm going to say this.
I have no headphone plug-in.
The only reason most people give E3 to Microsoft is because Microsoft gave the gamers a console.
Yep.
It's not about exclusives, because everything that Microsoft showed,
Was
I can-
games.
I can get on the PS4.
I feel like you're
Like,
gonna,
and-
you're gonna
and-
agree with me on this one as well.
Because here's the thing, everything that Microsoft showed, besides Crackdown 3, I can get on a PS4.
Yeah. he's not
There
wrong.
wasn't anything that Microsoft showed besides the Xbox One X.
There was
that
a
I-
couple games, but nothing that blew you away.
But I mean,
There's a bunch of ID games that aren't. on
what?
PS4.
Name one. And I'm not talking about Crackdown.
No,
You-
there's.
you can't name Crackdown, because Crackdown is the game
No.
that
I'm not-
gamers, regardless.
that's not an ID game.
Go ahead, give me one. Give me one, Dan.
Well, you
Nope.
just said Cup. No. You said Cuphead.
See, Dan, don't
They're
take
all-
that. For,
that's
No,
all-
they're all
Don't-
indie games. Like
Don't
I'm
take
not.
Cuphead, because Cuphead has been a game that Microsoft has been
Promised for a while. I understand.
exactly.
But it doesn't
You
matter.
can't give me Cuphead.
But
Ooh.
it's still
Ooh.
shit that we have to sit. All right. I mean, I've seen that. There's.
If we go from E3 this year, if we take out the announcement of, which I applaud Microsoft from, they gave it to you at the beginning, that we're giving you, and here's the thing, Microsoft, I put them in the same range as, and it hurts my soul to say it. It hurts my soul. I put them in the same range as Samsung.
For what?
Cause this is what I'm gonna give you. The key word, true.
Huh?
True. Cause Eric coughed at that. True.
You can't.
True what?
True. Here's what Microsoft gave you. Because you go back to Microsoft's E3, I give you true. 4K, I give you true. HDR, I give you true. 4K Blu-ray player. That's what Microsoft did. And that's why I like the emphasis. The emphasis was everything I'm giving you from our Xbox One S.
Is native.
Everything I give you from the Xbox One X
It's smart. Smart marketing though.
is not smart marketing.
Yeah, it is.
Because everything besides the true 4K Blu-ray, everything that your Xbox One X is giving you, I gave you a year before. the Sony.
That's not true at all.
No, I'm sorry, but I'm like I said at the beginning of this. Besides the 4K Xbox, before the Xbox One X 4K Blu-ray player. Now you heard me, right, Dan?
I'm listening, dude.
All right.
I'm trying to
So,
find out where you're going with this.
Oh, trust me. I'm gonna hit home. I'm gonna hit home. Now, and you know me.
I do.
I'm a Sony homer. Give me that ball wrong one more time.
Well, they had a lot to.
There you go.
They had a lot to be desired for with their fucking shit.
Before the 4K, because that was the homer that Microsoft gave you. Okay. True 4K gaming.
Okay.
And true 4K Blu-ray.
Which
Sony gave you all of that.
No, they don't.
No, bro.
They don't,
if you had
bro.
look, listen.
Okay.
Besides the true 4K Blu-ray, so if you bought Logan,
how many games did that they have in 4K?
How many? What do you mean?
How many games do they have in true 4K?
Name one that they didn't.
I'm asking.
You stuttered.
No. I
stuttered.
I didn't stutter. I'm asking you how many do they actually have that are in
Here's the thing.
true 4K and not upscaled?
You have to think about the company that you're talking about.
I had the console, dude.
No. See, I'm not talking about the console. I'm not talking about the console. You're talking about the console.
My mind is about to go
I'm
out.
talking about the company that is behind everything.
And a company, because we're gonna be on Sony's dick. I'm just saying. Steph.
Whoa.
I'm just saying.
Whoa.
I'm just saying.
The Homer villains.
Steph, I'm just saying.
You know me.
No. I'm just saying.
All right. So here's the
Hold
thing.
on. No, let me get my point through.
Go ahead.
Because you're gonna get yours in. I know.
Yep. Go ahead.
So you're talking about a company who invented the fucking Blu-ray technology, yet they fuck their customers out of when they launch a new system. You don't incorporate 4K Blu-ray. Because why?
Here's the thing. I'm gonna
like that's where I like as a consumer. I'm like, fuck you.
It's not, because here's the thing. You have Sony.
I know. And I like it.
No. See, don't do that, Pete. Don't do that, Pete.
No, I
right
like
behind you.
Steph.
Right behind you, Pete.
Steph,
Right
I
behind
like
you,
it.
Pete.
I'm not.
Right behind you, Pete.
Listen, Best
Here's
Buy
the thing.
pays you to
Steph.
say
No.
Steph.
This is far beyond. See, a lot of people feel like, okay, like if you're a Sony, like you know, like look, here's the thing. I know for a fact, regardless of what I tell customers about my TVs, you will not get the TV that's sitting in front of me. It's a 4K curved TV. You're not going to get it. You're not going to get 4K.
You're never going to get it.
Hey, thank you, Pete. You're not going to get it through Comcast and Verizon. Look, Dan.
Yep.
As much as I would love to say, please cut this from YouTube. Please cut this from. Please cut this from Facebook. But I'm gonna be 100%
Hopefully nobody
honest.
shops at Best Buy.
Look, please cut this. But I'm gonna be 100% honest. Give me round one. Here's the thing. There you go. Thank you, Dan. Here's the thing. Comcast and Verizon. As much as I may lie, to my customers.
Stop.
And I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say
Lie
it.
to a customer?
I'm
How
gonna say
dare
it.
You?
Stop, Pete. Stop. As much as I say it, like, okay, as much as I tell a customer, Comcast is behind, Verizon is behind. No. Comcast and Verizon, they know that 4K, as soon as it was announced, is nothing. Because if Comcast and Verizon, Dan, on this mic, I want you to announce.
I'm gonna announce it.
Announce it. What expert are you? LG. Okay,
Best
all right.
TVs in the business. No, I'm just kidding.
Pete, don't do that. Now.
Come on.
No.
Yeah, we all know Samsung, right, Walt?
No. Pause. Pause. Pause.
My TV is pretty beautiful.
Pause.
You
But
got-
here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Everybody makes a good TV.
Now,
Dizzy.
Samsung and Sony. I'm gonna leave LG out of it
Oh, that's nice.
because LG is.
You motherfucker.
Pause, Dan. Stop it. Stop it. Let me finish. Let me finish.
Let him finish.
Let me finish. Now,
Gotta have fun.
LG is pretty much whatever everybody's buying. LG's the top end. I mean, not LG. I'm sorry. Whatever.
It's a
whatever.
Freudian slip. He knows LG's the
Yeah,
best.
I know. I'm not. I don't. Ooh, Dan, stop it.
That was.
Ooh,
that's Pete.
baby, stop it.
That's Pete.
So, ooh, perfect. It's not a perfect. So, as far as Samsung is concerned, and Walter Schellings, if you have any customers on a string, you better tell them to cut it. As far as Samsung is
Cause your
concerned,
TVs is shit.
as far as, and I think I'm gonna hurt. Burning them. I think as far as Eric Bennett is concerned,
So happy.
because you know he has completely gagged the Samsung Kool-Aid. Yep, I'm putting your name in the.
Put you on the news.
I'm putting your name.
He's on that Samsung cock.
Here's the thing. LG, as me
Best
being,
Buy does not condone this
they don't.
podcast by any means.
They don't.
We don't have the written consent of Samsung,
They don't.
LG.
They don't. They don't.
Or Best Buy.
But y'all not gonna let me finish.
You know,
Yo, y'all not gonna let me finish.
Sorry, go ahead.
You're not gonna be finished.
You gotta get to your point, man.
I'm trying, but y'all just keep jumping in.
You just.
I need that Dave Chappelle wrap up button. I'm just
All right, you know what, Dan?
No, I'm just kidding, Steph.
Dan Shrike, I'm gonna give it to you right here.
I'm just
Lag
fucking with you.
time, best gaming, TV, not PC, TV, is the LG OLED. It is. I'm a Sony expert. The best, it's the LG OLED. It is.
Come by it.
There's the only one. They're the only one who worries about like everything. Everything.
Actually,
Pete,
24
stop.
months.
24 months, 0 inch financing.
4 months, no interest. Fine.
Stop it, Pete.
I fucking love you guys.
Here's the thing. Even though I say that, please remember that the OLED television that is in the Sony,
The A1.
the Sony pad
It
A1A,
has a panel that is sound. And it's you put that on each side.
it vibrates.
is a wonderful display.
Alicia
No,
Keys
but
sounds amazing.
no. Stop.
Oh, let him finish.
No,
We have to
Philip.
let him get
Seriously.
He'll never let it down.
Seriously. Because the only thing that really matters to people with TVs is not sports. It's gaming. So if I go out and I buy a $2,000 OLED television, is it going to be able to keep up with Destiny? The game's a piece of shit, but is it going to be able to keep up with Destiny? Is it going to be able to keep up with Call of Duty? The game's a piece of shit, but I mean, is it going to be able to keep up with those games? Is it going to be able to keep up with, with Halo? The game is a piece of shit, but it's
Microsoft does no wrong.
hey, you can put that Surface down. Halo shit, but I
Halo's
mean,
fucking awesome. I love Halo. Halo Wars, I'm not a fan of.
okay. Did you play Halos on your Surface?
What's that?
Did you play Halo on your Surface?
I can't play Halo on my Surface because I don't.
Because
have
it's a piece of shit.
performance base.
Okay, now, but here's the thing. Like, I have been, and Dan's a witness. I've been down with LG. I've been there. The only company that talks down on the OLED is Samsung.
Pardon me.
Those pieces of shit.
Because
Those
the
pieces of shit QLEDs.
The average consumer can't afford that.
They're pieces of shit. But here's the thing.
Come on, Eric.
Go ahead, Eric.
My brother.
What you gonna say, Eric? Go ahead.
Brother from another.
Go ahead. Because we
What the fuck are you
we
talking
all
about?
know
From the same
we all
mother.
know that
Hey,
Walt
mama.
has given you the Kool-Aid. Go ahead, Eric. Go ahead. Tell us that Samsung's the best. Go ahead, Eric.
Hey, Walt, he's slamming you.
Go ahead, Eric. Go ahead, tell us.
But forgive him for he knows not what
Go
he
ahead, Eric.
says.
Tell us.
When your panel explodes, that's when you know Samsung's the best.
We're gonna come in, put this footage on a fucking USB
All right,
flash drive,
here's
and
the
load it
thing.
on every goddamn Samsung.
Dan, do me a
TV
favor.
Look how good we look in OLED.
All I'm
Dan,
gonna
do me a
say,
favor.
Victor Oladipo.
Dan, do me a favor.
What's up?
I love sports-wise, Samsung,
I love you.
LG, Sony.
Shit on Sony.
Yeah. What you got?
If you're watching regular sports, all three brands are the same. Cut me there, Dan.
Hitachi.
I agree.
Cut me there.
Hitachi. Who's that?
Cut me there. Because as soon as Eric Bennett starts pouring his Walter Schilling's Kool-Aid in it,
Oh my God. Why is that?
we ruin it.
I'm just
Because
saying-
Eric has been.
When our LG rep, when Stefan was still the LG rep,
I
when
was an LG rep.
he came in and he brought his Xbox One S in and he brought Forza in.
It's Forza.
Look,
Whatever,
It's Italian.
Forza Horizon.
man.
It
Look.
was fucking beautiful.
It was gorgeous.
It was
Here's
the
thing.
It was
Here's
the
thing.
best looking game I've
Here's the
ever
thing.
seen
On
on a
LG.
TV.
If you are a
on an
gamer,
OLED.
If you are a
Beautiful.
gamer, here's the thing. If you are a gamer and you want the best gaming experience on an OLED television, you want to get the LG OLED, or you want to go get the A1. Sony fucking sucks. Sucks.
The A1E sucks to play Forza on?
No. See, you're going the wrong way.
Please don't buy the 850E or D.
Look, I'm sorry.
I
If
had so
somebody-
many issues.
If you walk in and you say, "Hey, I'm a gamer.
I want to play Forza.
I like playing Forza, or I like playing Halo. What console should I get?"
Shoot me now.
The first thing you should know is the guy you're talking to tells you, say, "Hey, you should get the 8000 for Samsung." You punch him right in the fucking face, and you go right over to LG or Samsung. You go right over to LG or Sony because the Samsung fucking sucks. It sucks.
It does.
Here we go. Here comes
No, I agree with
here
you.
comes
I
Eric
mean,
Bennett.
I'm gonna go. We got off topic. We're talking about E3. So I'm gonna talk about. We were talking about our biggest.
I'm gonna tell you this, Eric. I love you. I love
I
you,
love
Pete.
you, bro.
I love you, Pete. But if you watch, here comes Dan. If you watch God of War
Yeah.
4K,
4K.
say it again, Pete.
4K.
4K,
4K.
4K.
Upscaled to 4K.
Game looks
4K.
amazing, but
Upscaled to 4K.
It wasn't done
I got one more thing
on
to
the
say.
Xbox One S.
Victor Oladipo.
Eric, NBA Live sucks. Nobody's gonna buy
Nobody's gonna buy it.
NBA Live off of Victor
I'll
Oladipo.
download it when it
You're
comes.
a dumbass. You're a dumbass. Dumbass.
So
Dumbass.
Stefan, who had the best showing? What company had the best showing?
The best showing.
don't even say Sony.
No. Look, I'm sorry, Dan. You love me. I love you, Dan. But here's it go. Here it is. It's gonna hurt my feelings. But take a deep breath. But
I like what Nintendo did.
But if you have a Nintendo Switch and you don't say the Nintendo Switch Galaxy, where you can plug into like regular people playing jump rope,
Playing that shit in your bed
and it is,
while your woman's watching.
and it is,
I don't know. What's she watching?
and
What
it,
else-
she's
what-
not
what did my
watching
wife say
nothing,
She was watching
Married at First Sight.
Married at First Sight.
and it is,
Great show, by the way.
and it is. And then there's
Unfortunately, was forced to watch the show a couple times. It's not bad.
Leave. You're not leaving.
and then there's look. I'm sorry.
No, you text.
So,
you
Stefan, you're
texted me
saying
that shit.
Nintendo.
I will go like
You up.
God of
Started
War.
with me and you.
God of War
I'm serious.
had me.
I promise.
You're my man with this.
Eric Bennett, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
No.
You don't play games.
I'm in.
You're not in. You're out.
He buys and leaves them in the packaging.
You're out. You're out at 30% off at the gamers club at Best Buy. Fuck you, Eric. Fuck you.
Okay, you right.
Fuck you.
Depot.
Okay, here we goes. Pete, you with me?
I'm with you.
I need to drink more.
We need to get on Stefan's level.
Dan, are you with me?
Tomorrow to say Victoria Depot.
Steph, I'm always with you.
All right.
Tomorrow to say Victoria Depot.
Okay, Eric Bennett. I'm gonna put your whole name out there.
Oh, don't do that.
Yep,
Victoria
yep.
You're
Depot.
gonna put your government out there.
Because there are people. Look, if you don't
James
think I don't
Wilson's
know,
my name.
Eric Bennett. If you don't think that I have pulled with the whole GameStop, ooh, he hit it with the whole
Eric
GameStop.
Bennett will never be my game at GameStop ever again.
Yep. Eric Bennett says that Eric Oladipo is the best free agent signing.
Eric Oladipo was the best
Yep.
agent signing.
You will never be able to show your face at a GameStop midnight releasing. Are you done, Eric Bennett?
I haven't done midnight.
Take your ass to your car.
What is going on?
Take your ass to your car.
So Stefan
This is
says-
amazing.
Stefan says Nintendo.
I love
I'm
this.
trying to keep the,
Here's the thing.
All
All right, here we go. All right,
This
all
is
right,
sad.
all right, all right,
This is
all right, all
Anthrax.
right. Peter Griffin. All right.
He gonna be the
Here we
last thing tomorrow.
here's the go.
At work.
Here's
Stefan's
the go.
playing something tonight.
Here we go. All right. All right.
Steph, I love you,
They play Xbox.
This is amazing.
They play Xbox.
Eric Bennett, are you done?
This is the best podcast ever.
Look, I am the king. Listen to me.
Kill the whole thing of this E&J shit.
Why would you show it to the camera?
Yo, are you driving home?
No.
I'm not driving. I'm not driving.
Now.
I'm not driving. All right.
This is awesome.
All right, here we go.
Fuck this. This is
Here we go.
awesome.
All right, here we go. All right.
Anybody who tuned in for
Did you call Steve and tell him he
I love you guys. I love you
I think
guys.
Steph, you're off tomorrow, right?
I'm off.
Yeah, see, he's good.
He's all good.
Allie covered his shift, I think.
Thank you,
Allie,
Allie.
you're the best. Allie brought me some random treats from another country.
Oh yeah.
Give us some.
Did you have like the
Ube.
The purple Johns.
They,
Yeah.
they tasted like fucking like some kind of cereal.
It was
Yeah.
so good. It was
Delicious.
It tastes
and
like
she was
Fruity
it's a
Pebbles.
root. And I'm like, no, it's not. Stop it.
You talking about the yam?
Nobody's talking to you,
It's
Eric.
called ube. It's like a
Purple.
root
Ube.
that they only grow in like that area. I think it was like Japan or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a purple. And actually, they put it into
Fucking
different
delicious.
fruits, and it makes it purple.
Delicious.
Like,
It's
it tastes like-
delicious.
It tastes like Captain Crunch.
Delicious.
Pour
so
some
good.
milk on that shit.
Oh my god!
All right, here we go. All right. Round one.
Fight.
Ooh, Pete, stop it. Okay, so
Blackhawks did something.
we got the switch. between the
Hold on,
Sixers.
time out. Blackhawks right wing Marion hosts his career in jeopardy due to allergic reaction to equipment.
That's what happens when you shouldn't be smoking marijuana.
It's his equipment. He had like a
It's
sweat
not his-
reaction to
This is
it.
not his equipment.
He's a Hall of Famer. Holy shit.
Wait, when they
dude.
say his equipment, do they mean his dick?
Is
He had an allergic reaction to his dick.
Bruh.
it's probably like latex.
Well, if you think
or
about it in hockey,
plastic.
literally your skin's touching every piece of equipment you
Every
have.
piece of
Like plastic.
equipment.
Is it your face is the only thing exposed?
Every piece
Yeah.
of equipment. Hey, Eric.
And your hand? No, your hands are covered too.
Say Eric left.
Here we go on the six.
Eric left.
Eric is out of the building.
Eric better not have left. He's my ride home.
Oh shit, Eric left.
Asshole.
This is going on our Facebook page.
Bang.
Make the Sixers great again.
Ooh. I don't know what you,
Here you
Eric.
go, Pete.
Here we go. Number one pick. Number
Come on,
one
you gotta
pick.
laugh a little bit.
Pete, stop.
Fuck
Stop,
it.
Pete. All right, here we go.
Steph.
Number one pick.
Make
Steph.
Steph,
Yes.
Make the Sixers great again.
Make the Sixers.
It's a picture of Donald Trump.
It's Trump.
Donald
I'm
Trump.
putting you on the news, okay? It's fake news.
It's gonna be great,
Thank you.
fabulous.
It's gonna be
Terrific,
great,
the
fabulous.
best Sixers team you've ever seen. We
Number
got
one
Simmons.
pick.
we
Ben
got Fultz.
Simmons,
I'm gonna make the pick and I'm gonna walk
Marcus
off.
Fultz. It's gonna be
Here
great.
it is. Here it is. Here it is.
What is it?
Hey Eric, are you here?
He's here.
Name the number one Sixers pick. Name it. Now. Go.
Number one Sixers pick of all time.
You need to focus.
He's a coward. I'ma go.
Yes.
Number one
Markelle's
Sixers pick.
Fultz, number one, Sixers. Go. Everybody answer that.
Markelle
Go.
Fultz.
Wait, so
I don't understand what he's talking about.
I said the Fultz. I said
Right.
Fultz are going number one.
go piss.
I'm going to go piss.
All right. I pissed like 4 times, everybody. So
Dude, you
This is
piss
my first
literally
one.
once every 20 minutes.
I know.
Go ahead, go ahead.
So little, we're
Let me like this. Right back there.
Wait, so he said Markelle's Fultz.
So are we just doing the draft? Is that what he wants us to do? Number 2, Lakers pick Lonzo.
IFC lines up.
Number 3, Celtics take Josh Jackson.
With the 3rd pick in the NBA draft, the Boston Celtics select Josh Jackson out of Kansas.
Look at that.
Number 4. That's the Phoenix Suns, right?
Phoenix Suns take Jason Tatum.
The Phoenix.
I heard that Celtics might take Tatum.
That's true.
That would be a
it's like
stupid move.
Either one.
I don't think they need another guard.
Josh Jackson isn't a guard. He's a small forward.
I don't want to show much basketball, so.
It's alright.
So they both Tatum and Jackson. I tell you, this thing is crazy.
Yo,
Stop it.
he's so drunk.
I need you to get me like a metal case like you got for yours before my phone.
Okay.
I like your case
Got
for
you.
your phone. Did you get a 7?
7+.
7+.
I'm so fucking happy, dude.
Look, he might be locked
You
out.
couldn't wait. You couldn't wait for the new one.
Yeah.
You just
Well, luckily my
Are we
my
done?
dad's-
Are we done podcasting?
no, we're not done. My dad's girlfriend and his girlfriend's daughter
Yeah.
needed to get out of Metro,
Yeah.
so we're like, all right.
Metro Boomin, want some mo?
So we're like, all right, well, we'll add lines, and then they'll just take our brand new phones. And then...
He out there. He.
What else?
What else we got tech
So I
wise?
wanted to
Tech.
I wanted to talk. Nintendo, in my opinion, had the best showing.
Fuck yeah.
Nintendo was amazing, and that the whole thing is E3 is supposed to make you want to buy the shit. Like they're showing you the tech to bring it out.
Yeah.
And while Xbox had a great showing, I really want some of those games. I really want to play Anthem. I really want to play.
But you have an Xbox
We'll get
already.
into, I have an Xbox One,
Right.
and it'll play all those games. I don't have a 4K TV. When I do have a 4K TV, obviously getting an Xbox One Xbox One X would be on my list.
Right.
But it's not necessary. It's just like a bonus.
Let me ask you.
But
this.
you don't have. God.
Are they going to have any sports games for the Switch?
Yeah, they already do.
The
NBA
point is,
2K
like,
has already been announced for it.
I'm not
Okay.
buying a Switch to play games I can play on Xbox.
Yeah.
I'm buying a Switch to play Mario.
'Cause they're
I'm
gonna-
buying a Switch to play Zelda.
They're gonna be scaled
Metroid.
down. Like that's the main
Yeah.
thing. Like it's gonna be nice. Like I will probably get 2K on the Switch just to play like while I'm in bed.
Yeah.
Or like if I'm on fucking vacation and I'm like, I can't sleep at night or whatever.
So honestly,
It's convenience.
there was like 2 or 3 games that was like, oh, fuck. I had no interest in getting the Switch. When the Switch was announced, I was like kind of into it, and then when my buddy got it and I played like Zelda a little bit, I
Yeah.
wasn't really blown away. And I know Zelda's like a really good game.
Yeah.
It wasn't for me.
Right.
Um,
You gotta put a lot of time in it.
After seeing Super Mario Odyssey, how can you not want that fucking system?
It looks
That
amazing.
video was so awesome. That game looks so much fun.
Throwing the hat on the different characters
Anything,
and then
you could turn
transforming
into
into them.
anything.
It's
I'm like,
amazing.
It just looks like, dude, like I haven't been that excited for a game since like Mario 64. Like,
It's so well done.
yeah, and then on top of that, like
Metroid.
another game, Metroid. Yeah, like, they didn't show you Metroid, but like Metroid's another game
Yeah.
that you're gonna be into.
Yep.
no,
It's just the fact that you can play it on that platform.
You know what I was pumped to see? And I think Stefan and I argued about this. The Mario Rabbids game.
Yes, and it's like a turnstile.
turn-based
Yeah.
tactical.
I actually saw a YouTuber play
It
it.
looks like
So
so much fun.
yeah, It's not my ideal style
but
of
it's
playing.
like a fun game to bullshit with.
Yes.
And like it's like you're taking a long ride, or like maybe you're sitting on
Yep.
the toilet taking a shit instead of playing with your phone. You're gonna
Yep.
play fucking
You all right?
Mario Rabbids.
You good?
The other game I'm really pumped about is the fact that they're gonna have crossplay with Rocket
Uh,
Yeah, let's sit down right there.
oh yes, I did see that.
League.
Wait, so they're gonna have
Rocket League.
so they're gonna have Rocket League on fucking Switch too.
Don't put your-
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's that.
No,
it's,
like that's what they announced. They announced
Right.
Rocket League on Switch
Gotcha.
with crossplay. And
Yeah.
the way it's gonna work is you can play with people on Xbox and PC. And the way you do it is you sign in with an Xbox Live account. You don't have to be Xbox Live member Gold. You just have to have an Xbox account.
So Xbox, PlayStation,
No PlayStation.
No PlayStation.
Sony will not allow them to crossplay because of their bullshit excuse of it's not
Wow.
guaranteed to be a safe experience throughout. They can't guarantee a family experience throughout.
So
They're topping out.
I want to give. This is going to be kind of separate from what we were talking about. A recommendation for a game. If you have an Xbox right now and you've got kind of $20 to blow, The Calling.
What's that?
So it's if you've ever watched The Hunger Games, it's basically the same kind of concept. You're thrown into an arena. Last person alive standing wins.
So it's a deathmatch?
Yeah, it's survival.
Is it called The Culling?
Culling, Culling. It's like $25. It's kind of, I think it's kind of still in beta or something like that. It's a PC game that was ported over to Xbox, but I downloaded the trial that you get like 2 hours to play. Really fucking underrated game. I was surprisingly impressed. Yeah.
So I, since we're talking about games we just tried, I just downloaded and started playing the Friday the 13th game,
Oh, okay.
and it's a lot of fun.
You still fucking beat me to like actually buying it. I still haven't bought it
Yeah,
yet.
my
I
buddy,
played it.
My
but
buddy was like, "It's $40," and I'm like, "You're right, I should buy it." And I bought it, and I was like, "Fuck it." And
You're on Xbox, right?
I am on Xbox.
All right, I'm gonna buy it. I want to play with
what
you.
I need to do is, so the headset I'm wearing
Yeah.
is I'm missing the microphone. So what happens is when he's chasing you around, you actually like any noise you make, he can hear you.
Yeah, yes.
So-
But you have to be like in distance for him to hear
Yeah,
it.
but when I'm on my Kinect, the sound from my
Oh,
TV comes
fuck, it's
through,
blowing everything
so
up,
it kind
yeah.
of fucking blows me up. So because we did like a one-on-one just so he could show me how to control it, and it's a lot of fun. It's got some replayability, but I feel like it would get a little old after a while. But it was like a lot of fun, especially if you have like a big group of friends trying to do it. It's pretty cool.
I feel like it should have been like $30 instead of 40.
You know what's funny? Because literally, I think it was yesterday it came out. The Dead by Daylight, the one that was on the computer,
Yes.
which is the same.
I
game.
fucking love that game.
That just came out on Xbox.
That was
It's
another PC
$29.99,
port. Another
which is
PC
funny.
port. Yep.
Yeah. So
This game is like, not to interrupt you guys.
Yeah.
There's a movie with Ving Rhames. He was like, they were like a whole bunch of assassins, and it was like a tournament. It was called The Tournament.
okay.
And they were all trying to kill one another, and this is exactly like this game, but you have to say it's a really hot movie. But Ving Rhames was
The
like the
graphics aren't that
champion.
great.
He was like the champion, and he
Yeah.
basically they forced him to come back. He didn't want to, participate anymore, so they ended up killing his wife or what have you to force him back in. That's what this movie reminds me of, right here.
It's interesting. Watching it looks like fun. The graphics aren't that great, but I guess he said it's only a $20 game, $25 game. You only get like
right?
the Culling, yeah. So like I mean, you're like $25 game. You're not expecting to be blown away.
Eric, you can play right now. Still got like an hour.
Oh no, you're not gonna get me on. You better.
Oh, Eric play, yeah.
No, you're not gonna get me on.
No, so Nintendo was because when I first saw Xbox, I was like, oh my god, Xbox, because I'm an Xbox guy.
Right.
But I can recognize that they didn't put in anything that's like Xbox exclusive. That's gonna like really like solidify me to
Yeah.
and even still, like I was like in my head when I first saw it because it was so exciting at the time. I was like, I'm buying a 1X as soon as it comes out, but I don't need to. I don't have a 4K TV. I still have a 1080 TV from like 10 years ago. It's old.
So you feel like it doesn't benefit you
It
at all?
wouldn't benefit me until I get a 4K TV. But I am I'm one of those people who once I have a 4K TV, I'm gonna want it. The other thing is like I have 2 TVs in my house. So I'll put the other Xbox on my other TV.
Was my exact thinking.
I think I actually got that idea from you.
Yeah. Go.
So the 1X, while it is definitely going to be on my list of things to buy, has dropped a few pegs. Some things moved up. And one of the things is, I honestly, the only thing stopping me is it's $300 is buying a Switch. Like, I thought they were $199. I don't know why. But like, I can't justify buying it like right now, even though I know I could probably get my hands on one by the end of the week.
It's crazy because I mean, you look at it and it's like $300 compared to $500.
Yeah, and
It's
I'd
like-
rather spend the $500 at the time,
Yeah.
but I know I'm gonna enjoy some of the games on it. And like you said, like it's a fun game. Like I said, like it was a fun game for like I'm sitting on the toilet and I'm playing a game, like, or I mean, I can't imagine me like taking it on the go, like a trip. Like I don't really go anywhere.
No, and what like so I already had one. I sold it for double what the actual retail cost was.
Oh, he's gonna get sick. All right, keep talking.
The double, I sold it for double the cost of it. But I mean, the only reason I got rid of it was because at the time the only thing that I had that was worth value of it was Zelda. So Zelda was
The only
worth
thing
it.
out for it is Zelda.
Yeah.
Do you want to kill the feed?
No, you're fine. He's not even in.
All right, cool. All right. The only thing out for it is Zelda. Like, I mean, ARMS just came out for it, but there's
Right.
nothing, anything. Like right now, I'm not blown away by anything.
ARMS does
Kart-
nothing for me.
Mario Kart just
Yeah.
came out. They don't have a virtual console, which is like the biggest in my. And they didn't announce a virtual console. They didn't announce a Melee
Yeah.
port, or Super Smash Bros. Melee port, which is a missed opportunity.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like they will,
Yeah.
but
Oh, definitely. It's Nintendo. They're going to
Yeah.
rehash everything. And like, the one good thing about Nintendo is when they do rehashes, they're actually good.
Right.
It's not like, the rehashes we get on the other consoles, on Xbox and Sony and
Right.
all that are like, oh, we saw this game a million times. Like, we've seen Mario a million times, but it's something different every time.
right.
Or it's like they add more fun elements to it. Remember Super Mario Sunshine? Was it Sunshine? Mm-hmm. Like he had the whole the pack of water and stuff like that.
Yes.
They always add in so that's like it's basically in the vein. It's the same game.
Yep.
But they add different things to it, like different features. And now we have the hat throwing mechanic, and it's another fun feature. So it's fun to play. It's fun to watch. And I can't wait to see like the next generation of gamers. Like they have a game that we've had since we were kids. And it's something that's still going to be.
Yeah, they'll
Mario's going to be timeless. Like
yeah
it's
they'll
just
they'll
awesome
remember
to see.
playing something like this when they were a kid.
What would you say is your biggest disappointment?
I feel like every single year it's Ubisoft, because I feel like they
It's Ubisoft. Thank you.
I feel like they put out a game that looks fucking amazing, like Assassin's Creed.
Looks promising, but it also looks like the same shit we've seen.
Yeah. I like that time frame.
Yeah. Is what
Like
is the bread and butter.
really fucking hits me. Like I feel like that's amazing.
Yeah. Truthfully, my favorite Assassin's Creed was the Italian Renaissance. Like,
Yes,
that
yes.
was the best one in my opinion.
Yep.
Assassin's Creed 2 and 3.
Yep.
Or 2 and like they had the other one that was like Revelations, something like that. It was Assassin's Creed 2.5 basically. It was like another.
What was it? Yeah,
Assassin's
what was it
Creed.
called?
I think it was called Revelations. It's a
Yeah. But yeah, I literally I pray for them to just fucking hit on something. Like I wanted them to hit
It's
on.
called Brotherhood.
I wanted them to hit on the Division. I wanted them to hit on what's the other one that's fucking missing
Destiny.
me? Not Destiny.
Ubisoft. Dude, I was really disappointed. My friend and I.
What's
were
the
talking about
gang
this.
game that just came out?
The gang game?
Yeah.
Oh,
Jesus Christ. Steph, I need you.
you're talking about. Are you talking about Saints Row?
He's asleep.
Not Saints Row. The gang game?
Yeah.
What gang game? Saints Row?
Mhm.
It's Ubisoft?
Yeah.
Not Watch Dogs.
Yo. Help him out, cause that chair was like broken. I just don't want it to.
Gang game.
You know what I'm talking about. It like,
Yeah, Far Cry, which looks great.
no, not Far Cry. It's like last year's game.
You alright?
You're like fighting off
How do you put her
like
back?
gang members. It's one of the buttons.
Okay, 1 second.
That's the Division. Watch Dogs?
No divisions. Nah. Fuck.
The Crew?
No, it's literally
Rainbow Six?
it's
You all right?
I'm good.
Steph knows what it is. What's
What are you talking about?
what's the game that it's like or it's like the Division, but it's like with Cartel.
Like the Division, but with the Cartel?
It's a newer game, kind of a newer game.
It's not Ubisoft, bro.
Yeah, it is Ubisoft. Fuck. Best Buy that kind.
I mean, once we get it, I'm gonna be so. Well, either way, Ubisoft they did Far Cry. They did that, which looks fantastic. Assassin's Creed looks really good. Beyond Good and Evil looked amazing, and I don't even play that game.
All right. I just want to give my 2 picks for Game of the Year.
For Game of the Year this year, or Game of the Year at E3?
So Game of the Year at E3 because they're games that are going to be released in 2018.
Okay.
So this is going to retract from everything that I said, and it's going to be the reasons why I buy another PlayStation.
Okay.
Days Gone
Okay.
and Detroit.
Okay.
I think both of those games look fucking amazing. I think Detroit looks amazing simply for the fact that the kind of the way that it's designed, and it's more of a kind of like you decide the outcome of the actual story of it.
You're my Days Gone.
No, Detroit.
Detroit,
yeah.
yeah.
And Days Gone is, I just feel like that's like kind of another realm of
Like a new zombie game.
it's like a new zombie game, but it's like mixed with Jesus Christ, games like are like really coming.
Yeah, like blurring together.
Yeah.
Days Gone reminds me of like
I feel like the storyline is
Left
like
4 Dead. Not Left 4 Dead, because Left 4 Dead was like really like short and like.
I feel like the storyline is with
I think Days Gone was
last.
better than like State of Decay, which was like the Xbox version.
Yeah, not Last of Us, but what's another Xbox or PlayStation exclusive?
Oh, I know.
Uncharted.
okay.
I feel like the storyline from what I've seen so far, now it's very early, but I feel like the storyline is like really put well together, like Uncharted is.
I cannot find that game you're talking about at all.
I'm gonna find it.
I gotta be my biggest disappointment this year was Sony. I just don't think that they put out anything that really blew me away. And I gotta be honest. I mean, part of me is kind of like I don't want to say I'm anti-Sony because I would buy a PS4. I love one of my favorite game franchises is God of War. I'm super pumped for God of War, but I just didn't think that they really. Days Gone doesn't really do anything for me. I'm not a zombie person. Like zombies don't really appeal to me. Spider-Man looks fun, but it also looks like Spider-Man Arkham Asylum. It just looks.
I don't think that's an exclusive though.
What?
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man 100% is exclusive.
Isn't
Sony
it
owns the rights
exclusive?
to Spider-Man.
Okay.
Like that's why they have Sony Spider-Man movies. That's
So
that's why there's only Spider-Man games on PlayStation because Sony owns the
not
rights
true,
to
though.
Spider-Man. Well, in the last
I
10 years.
It's not true. I can get a Spider-Man game on Xbox One right now.
Yeah, from like the original Xbox.
No.
Which Spider-Man game are you talking about? In general,
It's a PlayStation exclusive.
But Sony didn't really blow me away. They showed rehashes. They showed they have another Shadow of Colossus, which is just a redux version from the PS2 version. Okay.
That's the last one that just came.
Yeah, and that was a couple years ago. All right, so I'm
I
wrong.
wouldn't be surprised if the next one.
Eventually, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe not right away.
They showed Destiny, which I'm like not like Destiny was
Right.
one of those games I was really pumped.
That's
about
not an
'cause I love-
exclusive, but it's.
It's first on PlayStation.
Yes, exactly.
And
that's probably what Spider-Man will be.
maybe, yeah. So again, nothing that blows me away. God of War was the one game
Yes.
I really, really want to play.
And I said that to Corey, our
Yeah.
coworker. I said literally, when I was watching it live, I was like, that was the first thing that was like, holy fuck!
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, they're
Detroit does nothing for me. It doesn't seem like a game I'd be into.
yeah.
The other game that you mentioned,
Days,
Gone,
it was Days Gone.
not
Yeah,
something
yeah.
I'd
You
be
said
into.
zombie game.
I'd be
you're not.
like games I'm looking forward to. Like let's transition into that now. I'm really looking forward to Super Mario Odyssey, and that would make me buy. That is one
Switch.
of the games that make me want to buy a Switch. I'm really, really looking forward to Anthem. I think Anthem also has the biggest opportunity to disappoint me, and that's what scares me. Because I feel like, because a couple of years ago, I was like the most like, I'm buying the Division. As soon as it comes out,
Yes.
I love the Division.
And then you got disappointed
I
like
didn't even,
an
I
hour
played
in.
the beta, and I was like, I hate this game.
Oh.
I didn't even play the full game, and I didn't like it.
What'd you play it on?
I played it on Xbox.
See, I played it on PC.
Yeah.
So I
Still,
probably wasn't.
Doesn't matter. I didn't like the format. I didn't like the game, and
The repetitiveness of it.
and the grindy, like, and that's the thing is my buddy was telling me, he's like, Anthem's going to be the same way, right? He's like, it's going to be a better version, or we hope it's a better version. He's like, it's going to be more sandboxy.
I don't think it's going to be the same way. Like from everything that I've seen so far,
Yeah.
I'm hoping EA doesn't go the same route. I would like to think that they're not going the same repetitive route.
Right.
I mean, if they do, shame on you. I mean, that's really fucking foolish.
The problem is EA puts out games that like look good in theory, but like end up sucking
Yep.
in the end. There's a couple other games, like the Metro game looks really beautiful.
Yes.
That would definitely be a game I would check out. I probably wouldn't buy it, but I would definitely check it out on their Game Pass. Whenever it came through. EA had some good promising stuff. Like FIFA looks like so much fun. And actually tomorrow we get a sneak peek at hockey. But FIFA looked great. Madden, I told myself I wouldn't buy Madden this year, but I probably will. Just because that storyline's
story mode,
awesome.
yeah.
And you have to get the GOAT edition, which is Tom Brady on the cover.
Fucking gold edition.
Fucking Tom Brady.
What are you looking at porn over there? What the fuck are you looking at there,
He's
guy?
staring at my sexy
Jesus
body.
fucking Christ.
I'm looking at the dialogue here. That's all.
Oh my God, we got the two guys fucking passed out over here. He drank a fucking, what did you drink, a fifth of,
Ian J.
Ian fucking
I
J.
had to help me get him in the car.
That's,
Unless you want me to let him stay here, I come pick him up in the morning.
I will be out of here at 9:45.
9:45.
Oh, you work tomorrow?
Yeah, he got to be at work. He got to open up.
off? Yeah, I'm off when my VPL schedule. I'm off Tuesday, Wednesdays.
Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
You're off? And you're off. I'm the only
You're the only jerk off
fucker
that's working
working.
tomorrow.
Jesus Christ. I'm probably working with fucking Michael Cavallari.
No,
He's a good guy.
I love him.
He's so funny. He makes me laugh. He's just so bitter.
He fucking yells at everybody.
I just
I
don't
fucking
understand
hate
these
you.
kids. I just don't get it. I don't understand these kids. He's so bitter. I love it.
you love your bad grandpa.
I think we touched on everything I wanted to talk about.
Oh, Jesus.
Time to go home.
Oh, the last thing was Xbox One X. Do you think it's worth $4.99?
Yes.
Do you think it's worth buying when it's just a rehash of the Xbox One S with better graphics?
Yes. I'll sit in
There's
the box.
nothing that sets it up. I mean, like, listen, graphically, obviously, it sets it apart. But it's not a new console. It's a new iteration of the Xbox One. And I'm not mad about it, but, like, I've decided that I'm not going to be the guy who buys it on launch.
I would have liked to see
I've decided that
more-
I'll buy it and sit it next to the unopened box that I have.
Eric, you're not gonna.
Feel free to buy it.
Eric,
It's
you
put it in
haven't.
my collection.
I will.
Eric, you haven't played your Xbox One S.
Not,
I would have liked to see more software-related stuff, like as far as like maybe features, as far as
Like, only on the Xbox One X?
no,
A little
no,
bit more to sweeten the pot.
not only that. Like, and I know they don't normally do this at E3, but like features, like what new stuff that they're gonna have as far as like, okay, well you can do this with your friends, you can do that. Like,
I got you. Like,
just new.
like Xbox Live stuff.
Yes, because like that's my main thing. Like that's why I was like finally like, all right, fuck PlayStation, because Xbox Live just destroys
Yes,
PlayStation.
Thank you. And that's the thing that really, like, that's the thing to me that when people are like, I'm a PS4 gamer, I'm like, because of the exclusive titles? No, I just prefer PS4. And I go, do you play online? And they go, yeah. And I'm like, how could you possibly think that the online
Right.
community of PS4 is better than the
Right.
online community? I'm not talking about the people. I'm talking about
No,
like
Corey has said that before,
the
and I just
interface.
Yeah.
Like, listen, the people are going to suck no matter what console you're on. I'm talking about the interface, the party system,
the easy.
the messaging,
the ease of it.
the ease of, like, you can use it with your phone. I can pull it up on my computer
Yep.
and control my Xbox from there. You can stream from your console to your computer.
Right.
I was playing The Witcher in my bedroom on my computer the other day. It was fantastic.
Yep.
It just everything kind of just
It's seamless.
cohesive. And I love that. It's like an ecosystem.
Yep.
And you don't get that with Sony. You know, Sony. What's the best thing you can do on Sony? Share your video. You can do that on Xbox, and you can save it to OneDrive and show it on your computer.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like the whole time that I played on PS4, like 80%, 70, 80% of the time I played with Corey from work, and it didn't do anything for me. Nothing really kind of took me off guard or surprised me with it. It was, but literally, it's just an enjoyment every time that I play on Xbox Live. Meeting new people or playing with friends, it's fun.
Tomorrow. I'm gonna open up my Xbox.
No, you're not, Eric.
All right, I think this is where we're going to kill it. We're going to have another show probably next week where we're going to talk about the results of the drafts. We're going to talk about some of the more trade rumors for the NBA. We're going to talk about some more tech. We're going to talk about cell phones and cell phone usage. And we're going to talk about connected devices like the Amazon Echo and like the Google Home. Just stuff that you can use in your house. One of my favorite jokes of the week is because Alex Bezos from Amazon bought Whole Foods. The reason he bought Whole Foods was because he said, hey, Alexa, order me something from Whole Foods. And Alexa was ordering Whole Foods. Bought company. That shit made me laugh really hard. But we'll have some more content. Please feel free to send us some likes, some videos, some comments. Make sure you like our page. You can friend us all on our personal pages. And if you guys have any feedback at all, we would love it. We're going to start streaming on YouTube Live, not Facebook Live anymore. I appreciate everybody coming out and checking us out and listening to us and giving us feedback. And this is something that we're doing in our spare time, but we really love doing it, and we really love hearing from you guys. I really appreciate the guys bringing me on. Well, it seems like a full-time gig. Looks like my tryout worked out. They are going to pick me with the #1 overall draft pick.
Oh, fucking Petey.
Yeah. I think Dan's going to hit us with a little tunage before we go out.
Let's get you fucking ready for Thursday.
Uh-oh.
Let's go Sixers!
76ers.
Dun, 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 dun. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 76ers. 76ers.
Come on!
All the way. He's sleep.
Clap your hands, everybody. It's Philadelphia 76ers.
1, 3.
Everybody, it's Philadelphia 76ers.
10, 9, 8, 76ers. 10, 9, 8, 76ers.
I really think they need to update the
For
song.
Philadelphia.
76ers.
You mean it's like a whole? Like as a whole, like, unit?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
This song's like, what?
Like, it's
70
like,
years old?
Yeah, it's like this song goes.
This
back
song
to,
is
like,
76 years old today.
we used to get hype when this song used to come when the Sixers games were about
Jesus
to come
Christ
on.
himself wrote this
I'll
song.
be honest with you. Like, we talked about, like, getting, like, season tickets. Or, like, opening night tickets.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Like, if I was there, I'd be like, yeah!
You know what? We'll be on TV. we will be on TV.
Like, when the beat drops and, like, they're like, here they come. Like, woo! Here they come.
We're gonna
Here
get
they come.
Dan's gonna run out into the tunnel.
Here they come.
Embiid to be out there dancing
Woo!
with Dan. Hey, Dan, he's my favorite.
You see JoJo and Simmons getting hype. I'm like, oh my god! Cut it.
Kill the feed. Fuck it.
What the fuck?
Kill it. You know what? Pete, you can take him out to the car.
How do I cut it?
Aren't you on this one?
Oh, I know how to cut it. Everybody, Philadelphia, 76ers. Peace!